welcome into another Razorback Live with the Sarge. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's game day. Time to play some ball against number 6 Georgia here at Baum Walker Stadium. Here in about 17 minutes or so. I started a little bit early today. Got a few things I'd like to mention before we get started. The grandbaby is still refusing to come out. But he's got 6 days. He's on the clock. They can go in and get him if he's not out. 6 days. So he's got 6 days left. So hopefully, like I said, it could be any day, but he's only got 6 days left regardless. Then we get the little rascal to come on out and join the world. 2. And I'll mention this again later when we get everybody else in here, but my daughter is in FFA, and they went down to Hot Springs yesterday, and they won first place. And I think there was like 300 teams competing down there, and they won first place, got a gold medal. So she got some scholarships to go to any school in Arkansas, any college. So hopefully between softball and this, we can get her to go to the U of A. But they are now going to Atlanta for the Nationals in June. So I just want everybody to know that any super chat from now until the end of May will be going to help my daughter get the money to go to Atlanta. So just know if you do so, I'm not asking you to do it. So this is not me asking you, but I'm just telling you when you donate or if you donate, just know that you're helping my daughter get to Atlanta for this month. So it's going to a good cause. And speaking of, Scott just super chatted to start off the show. Let me get it up here. Scott, we appreciate you very much. $5 from Scott. Every time Scott comes in, Scott gives a donation. So we appreciate you, Scott. You've been a legend from the very beginning, brother. We do appreciate you, and that's the first $5 towards helping my daughter. Oh my goodness! Again, Sarge doesn't ask for anything, so it's just letting you know if you were gonna do it, this is what it's gonna help to get to. So, Scott, we appreciate that. As always, brother. And Silver Sergeant, bro, comes in with a big $50 super chat to help out the cause, man. Silver Sergeant, I appreciate that very much, man. That's awesome. Make sure y'all give a thumb up to Silver Sergeant. He is he just, helping the cause. So that's $55 right there. So you guys are awesome. I told her that I would mention it to you, to my supporters that support me, and Dad's always got her back, so we're going to try to make it happen by the end of May. So I do appreciate everybody that helps this channel. As always, you guys know that. I can never thank you guys enough. I don't know what I've done to deserve it, but God bless y'all. I'm speechless, so I'm just rambling on. So I'm sorry. But I appreciate that, Silver Sergeant. I'm so glad I got such good people. I'm telling you, man, I got the best community in YouTube. It is what it is. You guys are just the best, man. The game starts at 7 flipping. Having said that, so we will go now into Georgia, man. Ooh. This game is gonna be a tough series. So let's just stay calm, and let's just don't give up on the game too soon. I'm sure Dietz is gonna be starting today. So Let's see how it goes. There's Mrs. Sarge says, thank you for the help. Woo Pig Suey. Absolutely. Hey, it's B Hall's birthday today. 28 years old, man. What a young pup. Happy birthday, B Hall. Hope you have a great day, brother. Come on, eighth inning. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, James. No, I'm a disabled veteran, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. Um, and again, like I said, I will not asking for anybody to give anything. I'm just saying when you do, or if you do, that's what it was going to help. um, the people that are, that know, um, that I would not, you know, be asking for nothing. I never do, never have. So let's see. Yeah, everybody giving B Hall some birthday wishes. Excellent, great job. Oh, I didn't put a poll up today. So let me see what we could do. Let's do a poll real quick. Make it an easy poll. There we go. We got the poll in the chat. Hey, Miss Veronica. I am not feeling very good today. A bad sinus headache. If you guys can't tell in the way my voice sounds. But as always, I push through it so I can get these games to you guys. And we should be getting started here in just momentarily. See if we keep the momentum going from the win we got down in Little Rock. We have 57 likes before the game even comes on, so we should make the 100 the 14th in a row. Without no problem today. You guys are getting pretty good at that one. I ain't even having to mention that anymore because it's happening organically. Kirk says, I voted no every time I vote yes, we lose. Hey, trying a little bit of that reverse psychology, brother. Yeah, Scott, it sucks, man. Yeah, David, they are the worst. And I never had sinus issues until I come back from ranking. It's had to be something, them oil fields and breathing in that oil, burning oil fields and stuff. And no telling with all the shit that we got bit by over there with fleas and mosquitoes and shit. I mean, who knows? But that, whatever it did and whatever caused it, is made it to where it's very miserable during spring and when everything is blooming. It looks pretty, but it sure does kick Sarge's butt. Games on ESPNU today. So we probably will be down viewers because you can watch it on ESPNU, but I know we got our loyals guys that will come watch it with us regardless. This will set a tone, I think, for the rest of the season, this series right here. If we can win this series, it would be huge. And I think it would go a long way with setting us up for the rest of the season, showing that we're back on track and we're ready to go. Oh, yeah, we're going to be at 100 almost before the game starts. Good job, everybody. Y'all wiping your feet when you come in the house, showing some love. So I appreciate that. We'll probably have to listen to ESPN commentators talk shit about us, but, it is what it is. Hey, Sean, how you doing? So let's run down through the barracks and see who we got. Chris Fortner was in the house. Appreciate you being a member. Run through the members first. Amanda Hall in the house. How you doing, Amanda? Austin Paul, good to see you, buddy. And there's always Nevada County Hogs, my bro. GM Loveless, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Scott, again, thank you for your super chat very much. Fishman in the house. B Hall's in the house. Man, I already got Amanda. Then we got Big Silver Sarge with that $50 super chat. Again, we can't thank you enough for that. Silver, that's awesome, man. Doyle Blaylock, what's up, buddy? Xander, good to see you, man. Amanda, Miss Amanda, it's good to see you. Fishman, Kirk Hanna, my boy, all in the house. Miss Veronica's in the house, never misses a stream. Let's see who else we got that I haven't already mentioned of our members. There's Mr. Bud. What's going on, Bud? Hope you're having a great Thursday evening. And we'll go up. And Sean Owens is in the building with us. Greg. Big Greg. Aaron. Always a pleasure. Roger West. Jeff. If you see at the bottom of the screen, these are our social medias. YouTube, X, and Twitch. If you have those, you can follow us there too. Right along with, I didn't add Twitter on there. I got to add Twitter on there. I'll fix that. I'll add Twitter after this show. There we go.
Series, we lift the lid on this one, and it is of utmost importance because at the midway point in league play, we have an absolute logjam in the SEC standings. Georgia trying to hold on and hang on to first place. So here's what the standings look like as of right now.
Georgia feed does not show up on my feed, even subscribed, and the bell is on. Yeah, that's weird. Sometimes it does. YouTube's funny about that, and that's nothing I can do about that. I appreciate you, even if you had to find us, that you're here. But that's weird. If you're subscribed, it should. Do you have it on all?
Yeah, it really is the year of the catcher, and we have two of the best. You just said that.
Pooh Bear, what's good, buddy?
Good to see you, man. Arkansas, he does it all behind the plate, in the box. I mean, it's power to all fields. Single-handedly won a ball game at Auburn with multiple home runs.
There we go. We got 100 likes for the game we started. Great job, everybody.
But it's also behind the plate, one of the best defensive catchers, especially when it comes to catch framing and really anchoring that pitching staff.
Well, on the other side for Georgia, the rare blend, as you look at the numbers for Helfrich, he is 10th in the country in sacrifice flies, one of the best home run hitters in the league, and certainly on this Arkansas team with a dozen of them.
Steven,
and to match those numbers or better
good to
on
see
the
you, buddy.
other
Welcome.
side for
Appreciate
Georgia,
you
the
coming
rare
in.
combination behind the dish
Razorback kid.
of speed
What's
and
good,
power.
buddy?
Well, Daniel Jackson, he's a guy that you can talk about maturing at the plate. The average is up there, 385. It's also he has the power, driving in runs.
Yeah,
so
they
he's
do
coming
that
in
too
in the
sometimes,
clutch. He's
Sean.
over 50 RBI already, but you just mentioned the speed. 18 bags from the catcher in 19 attempts. You'll also see that athleticism on display behind the plate as he is one of the best blocking catchers in the league.
All right, so Arkansas puts Hunter Dietz on the mound tonight. Big 6'6 lefty, 6'6", 235. What are we going to see from Dietz?
Big Phil,
You're
good
gonna
to see you,
some
buddy.
Velocity, 93 to 97 with the fastball.
That's crazy, dude.
He's
Man,
got
I
it
don't
all, man.
know,
It's the
man.
cutter, the slider. There is
Brother.
a couple change, but not many. But I'm talking everything coming right at you. Love it, though. The last 4 starts,
Joe
3 earned
Cool's in the
runs or
house.
less. He's going to be a guy that you're going to
All
look
right, Hunter,
up.
let's go, buddy. We're gonna need
6th,
you to
7th inning.
be
He's gonna
big
be
tonight.
in the game, giving Arkansas a chance to win. You look at a bulldog on the mound, absolutely one of the guys you want out there.
Power versus power. Georgia, though, 10-1.
Mark, I appreciate that, brother.
Starters over the course of this season, and they've got plenty of.
You
juice
help
at
me
the
as
top
much
of
as
the
I
order.
help
Georgia
you.
leads the
I promise
nation
you
in
that
home
much.
runs, and even 100 of them, 5th in the country in average. All over the leaderboard when it comes to on base and slugging, and Trey Phelps a great example.
All right, good pitch.
He
Right off the
wastes
bat.
no time getting off a big
Joe
cut.
Cool, how you doing, buddy? Good to see
Phelps,
you,
a
man.
junior from Atlanta, is
Let's
leading
get this
the
weekend
SEC
started.
average at 393.
On a good note.
His 14 home runs.
Well, it's
6th
Thursday,
best
but,
in the
you know.
league. Top 10 in RBI, and he leads the nation in hit by pitches. I mean, this is a next-level statistical Georgia lineup as Phelps finds himself in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, you name the statistic, you're going to find at least one Georgia player, maybe even multiple up at the top, whether it's national or conference.
Then he shoots this one the opposite way and foul. Phelps is second in school history, and HBP's Corey Collins set the Georgia record with 28 back in 2024. Hometown product out of Atlanta. Was a first-team freshman All-American when he first got to Athens. And he sends a breaking ball out of play to the right side. Chased there by Rutenbar. Dietz last 2 starts in SEC play, 20 strikeouts to just 3 walks and 3 earned over 13 innings. And that includes game last time out against Alabama, and he was touched for a pair of home runs. Curveball misses low and away. And 1-2 now to Phelps. Phelps has a nice little run going. He's hit safely in 11 of his last 12. What do you think as a pitcher when you come out and you see the numbers from both Phelps and Jackson right at the top of the order?
You better be locked in. That's one of those where it might be one extra batter, like as a bullpen guy, or when you're in the bullpen as a starter, you get through your warm-ups, you do everything, and a lot of times guys will, hey, like, let me throw an inning. Let me throw through the hitters, go through it. Well, you might want to throw that extra hitter. Just make sure you're locked in because they got some firepower at the top.
And Phelps shoots it to right. Here's Rutenbar on the run, and
There you
Field
go.
has been an adventure
Root.
for Arkansas
Yes,
over the
buddy.
course of the season, but that one's handled for the first out. Now, Wes Johnson was the Arkansas pitching coach here for a couple of seasons, left Arkansas for the big leagues in the Minnesota Twins, and then to LSU, then the head job at Georgia, where he has reinvented everything on campus in the Classic City. And the first pitch breaking ball to Daniel Jackson misses away, and Jackson might be a good example of just how Wes Johnson has figured out to play the portal. He transferred in from Wofford. We had 14 home runs last year, starting all
That guy's
over.
got a rodeo belt buckle on.
Many different positions, and Wes telling us before the game that's where he's found the best efficiency in the portals, finding veteran hitters with pop.
Who wouldn't want to try that, right?
Come on.
That's a good recipe. Hey, let me go get an older guy, has some experience. Oh, by the way, you can drive the ball to the ballpark, which when you go to Athens and Foley Field,
I don't
it
think
is
so,
one of the best
D-Black. I
hitters'
think
parks.
it's
So
actually
it's a
blowing
good
in.
recipe for, and Wes Johnson's probably going to keep doing that.
And Jackson with a swing and a miss. He's from Sandy Springs, Georgia, just on the outskirts of Atlanta at North Springs High School. Top 10 in the country with 16 home runs. And Jackson in his high school career was anything but a power hitter. In fact, he didn't have a single home run until his senior year of high school.
Wow. That's how I was too, Tom.
I bet. Handled with ease by Dietz. And 2 down.
Get that belt buckle off, sir. You might be able to hit the ball better.
And then how many did you have by your 3rd year in college? Same number?
Well, let's go back to 6th, the senior year in high school. Yeah, I didn't quite grab a bat at all in college. They saw that and they're like, no, we're not going to let him do that.
We're okay without that.
So safe to say Daniel Jackson's doing a little bit better.
Here's Rylan Luho.
And so for me, Tom, right here, like this is where you go as a pitcher. Okay, man, you take a deep breath, right? You can't take a deep breath. Rylan Luho leading the SEC for Georgia, 442 hitting. So I mean, this is not a slump here when you get to the 3-hole.
No, that 442 in league play against better pitching for a guy who transferred in from Dayton. Played a powerhouse Marjorie Stoneman Douglas down in Florida, where they won 3 national titles. And he was a .407 hitter for his career there.
Oh, come on.
What do you got? Is that a curveball from Dietz?
I was ready to hit the
curveball.
bullets on that.
He'll throw
one.
both. He'll throw the cutter, the slider, and the curveball. So it's just one's going to be a little bit breaker, and that a little bit bigger break, and that's what you saw right there.
1-2 on the way. I would imagine anytime you face this Georgia lineup, as good as Dietz is, and you can put a 0 on the board against the top 30.
You got a pretty good team,
Hawks. Feel
Hawks.
like a win when you go back to the dugout.
We're gonna have to hit the ball and pitch good this series. That's for sure. There you go.
Tied him up. Down to 95 inside. 1-2-3 frame. Only 17 pitches needed by Hunter Dietz. Arkansas's offense on its way to the plate when we.
Great job, Hunter. We're gonna start off with. We don't need no fire Major Razor. Let's go with just regular Major Razor tonight. Appreciate almost 700 of you watching with us tonight. That usually will grow when people start getting in. But thank you for coming and choosing Razorback Live with the Sarge to watch the game. We appreciate that very much. Xander, good to see you, man. Absolutely, that's what we need.
Hey, Sarge.
Hey, there he is. Hog Wild in the building, everybody.
What you got done eating? I ain't nothing all day.
Yeah, I didn't either since this morning, early 5 o'clock this morning, but I ain't feeling the greatest, so I'm going to probably hang off. Try to get this headache to go away before I got
A delicious burger.
Nice. Yeah, he did, Mr. Kyle. He started pretty good. He's looking good. We need a laughing emoji. Yeah, I can only get so many emojis, Amanda, until the more members we get, the more open emoji slots it gives me. So as we get more members, I add more emojis to the members. But I will do that. Jesse, appreciate you becoming a member of the Sarge Squad. Welcome to the family.
California. Big right-hander, 225. He's tied for the league lead with 6 wins on the year.
Yeah, 4-pitch mix. You're talking fastball up to 96, and that's a lot of Georgia's staff is going to come out there throwing hard, and everything is hard. So it's fastball, slider, changeup, all coming in at you. And I love the step he's taken from the first 2 years at Stanford all the way into this year. I mean, you're looking at the ERA dropping from, the 5s and 6s all the way down into the 3s, and that's the kind of the Wes Johnson effect.
There's DVH, 8 times in Omaha, including 4 in the last 7 seasons. Knocked off Tennessee in a tightly contested Super last year here at Baum-Walker Stadium. They've gone in the portal. which was a little bit difficult when you're trying to play for a national championship in Omaha and you're working the phones and the Zooms. And here's Carter Rutenbar.
That's the part where fans don't understand. It's like, yeah, they're trying to win a national championship, and what Coach Hobbs say, 30 minutes before they were getting on the bus, they were on a Zoom call trying to recruit.
2-0. The schedule does not
There you go, that looked like a strike to me.
Texas, out of Midlothian Heritage High School, where he was also the starting quarterback. Threw for 2,000 yards, ran for another 800. And a count now 2-1.
That's the same pitch.
Had a decent series against Florida. Went 3 for 9, and then 4 hits last week against Alabama, and the slider in on the thighs. Then started the season for Joey Volchko. And a leadoff walk puts Rutenbar aboard.
Well, good bat, Rutenbar.
It's going to be interesting to see how
he's going to be good
reacts,
when
losing
as
their
he gets
first
older.
series of the year, coming off of that series loss against Florida.
He's
at
got a good
home
eye.
where they struggled offensively. Pitching let them down a little bit, especially that last game, because the offense was there, but then the pitching wasn't. So anxious to see how they answer back.
So here's Ryder Helfrich, now a junior. Split time behind the plate as a true freshman, and squares early but pulls back. And he is now a mainstay in this Arkansas lineup. 12 home runs lead the team, and he's third in the league in walks. Was a .305 hitter last year.
Yeah, Hogfather.
With 15 home runs, only committed 3 errors behind the plate. And 5 of his home runs came in postseason play, ahead in the count 2-0.
And they're trying to give you an out, and he can't even hit the strike zone.
Same thing, Tom. You expect to see another fake bunt, but that's the part where postseason baseball, that gave him that just confidence, and he took that from last year.
This guy's numbers wasn't very eye-popping
that doesn't get
when they
talked
put
about
it up.
because we care about home runs and we care about pitching and strikeouts. Is the defense behind the plate and how he runs
problems
his staff.
with command.
Then taking all the way, takes it to go to 3-1. Of course, he was behind the plate during Gage Wood's no-hitter against Murray State, which Wood struck out 19. It was the third no-hitter in College World Series history. So now not only does he carry those defensive responsibilities and working with the staff, but also the most feared hitter in the lineup as he draws a walk, back-to-back walks to start this game from Volchko.
Let's get this guy early then. Don't let him settle in.
Fearless
Huge early opportunity.
Hitter. The best hitter, I don't know. Clearly they've never heard of
Jackson go out there, just slow
Mount St. Poppy,
because the pitches haven't really even been close. I mean, it's been 10 pitches, 8 out of the strike zone, 2 easy walks. So do something to set him down. Now he's a guy, the ball's running all over the place. So you're literally 2-3 pitches away. You get you a ground ball double play. Now seems a lot easier said when you haven't found the strike zone yet. But that's what a good catcher, a good veteran sees that, go slow your pitcher down.
So Rutenbar at second, Helfrich at first. They both walked, and here's Camden Kojal. And he's going to take. Junior from Omaha out of Millard South, started his college career playing for Tim Corbin at Vanderbilt. Batting .500 with runners in scoring position this season. And that one blocked by Jackson, but everybody's going to advance. Rutenbar to third, Helfrich to second.
Let's go.
And Volchko looks incredibly uncomfortable here in the opening frame.
Let's make him pay for that.
Wes Johnson had enough. Seeing all he wanted to see, he just called Daniel Jackson come back out there. And again, good block, but nice dirt ball read, moving up in the scoring position. But obviously not a comfortable start right here for Georgia.
So how does Volchko try to find his bearings at a moment like this?
Right, this is where your coach is going to, hey, let's just take a deep breath, right? You know you're good. This is just find the strike zone. And it's really, sometimes it's just one pitch, getting over the zone. And by not getting ahead, now it's hard to go to another pitch. A lot of times coaches will, hey, let's go try the breaking ball, get into the zone, and then just kind of gets the confidence going. But when the fastball hasn't even been close, a lot of times that's tentative for the coaches to go to the next one.
Well, he's been fastball heavy with runners in scoring position against left-handed hitters, and let's see if he can do that here with Koljal. Only 2 strikes of the first 12 pitches for Volchko.
Sorry.
And that one punched foul.
You got a little cutter right there. That's something where, hey, let's just change the hand release point. Maybe something else going to happen, because again, it's one pitch could flip it all. But now your biggest job, if you're Volchko, is just minimize damage. Don't let this inning just get out of hand and lose the game in the first inning because you gave up a massive inning.
Here's the 2-1. And he drops it in for a strike, 2-2. This is a very good Georgia defense if you let him put the ball in play. 9th in the country in fielding percentage. Two to the veteran Koljal. Tried to backdoor it and miss. Full count. Big pitch here in the opening frame. And it's belted deep right field. Black took a bad turn but still caught up to it at the wall. Deep enough to get a run home. And Arkansas strikes first on a Camden Koljal sac fly.
That's what we need.
Boy, Tom, this ball was crushed. 105 off the bat. I thought it was gone, and all of a sudden you see the flags, and it is like, well, there's no shot. It's going to take a mammoth blast to go out to right field. Black was able to get that, track it down, but still Arkansas on the board first.
They're at 344 feet, needed another 10 to break it wide open. And now Damian Ruiz. And first pitch in for a strike to Ruiz. Well, Ruiz is back into action. It was thought that he was going to miss about a month with a patella injury in his left knee. Injured it trying to make a catch on a ball over the wall and left, and he sends the ball to left this time. Allen will watch it, one hop the fence.
Let's go.
Shutting home is Helfrich, and Ruiz testing that knee. Flies into second with a run-scoring double.
Let's go, Ruiz. That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
Well, Tom, you've seen a pitcher struggle with the fastball location, so he's going to the off-speed. We've seen some breaking balls, seen some cutter. This is another off-speed pitch. Too much in the zone, and right there, Ruiz just drops the head of the bat, and with the wind blowing that way, there's no way Allen was going to run that down. One hops off the wall. Little stand-up double, RBI, 2-0 Hogs early.
So if it hits the top of the wall, it's still not a home run?
And so Nolan Sousa now with Ruiz dancing off the bag at second and a swing and a miss on the break.
It bounced at the bottom of the wall anyway.
This is the 31st career start for Volchko, but just his 11th on the road. Earlier this season at A&M, he lasted just an inning and 2/3.
Yeah, I didn't see
and
him.
went 5 on the road to Mississippi
dugout.
State. Off the edge of the glove of Daniel Jackson.
Let's go.
It'll be the 7th pass ball charged to the Georgia catcher this year.
Tom, that's just a little lackadaisical. He's better than that. I mean, but that's also, as a catcher, you're not knowing where the fastball is going, and that one had a little cut, even though it was probably supposed to be a four-seam straight to him.
I think we only won
right
like one game without
another
Ruiz.
runner over with less than 2 outs.
And 1-1 to Souza.
It's definitely nice to have him back in the lineup.
Both in this opening frame. Parlay with a
no,
couple
that's
of
what somebody
walks
was
and
asking
Ruiz
in chat.
double.
That's not how you draw it up.
Yeah, I know. I just said it sure is nice to have him back in the lineup.
Definitely is. And the emergence of
Volchko 2 seasons on the farm at Stanford, 15 starts for the Cardinal last year, playing for David Esker. Led the team in innings pitched, but it had an ERA over 6 for a club that was just over 500.
Look by the woman in blue with short hair, Johnny Jones says.
And if you're Arkansas in game 1 of this series, you're thinking we need as many runs as we can get because Georgia, one of the top scoring teams in the country.
By the mercy sign.
Dogs average better than 9.5 runs a game. That's 6th most in college baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
I see him. I wonder if he's got his makeup on today.
His goofy smile. Hey, good eye, Johnny Jones.
2-2 to Souza. Souza was limited to 28 games last year at second base before he was injured. The year before, he was on the.
Look at him sitting there. He's like, guys, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know
if you know that, but I'm in many leather-bound back books.
They eased him into action this year. He was DHing back in February. Got some work in at third before they shuffled everybody around on the infield. 2-2 pitch. Regardless what happens here, Lance, it'll be a 26-pitch inning.
Well, this is a great start for Arkansas. Everything you could have hoped for. You score runs early. You put some pressure on Georgia, but also you get the crowd involved early. And this is a good Baum-Walker Stadium crowd.
Souza caught looking for the second out.
It's a good pitch right here. This is a backdoor slider. You see him just sneak it in there, and that's something where Souza's looking. Fastball, you see the spin, and it just froze him.
Hey, at least these guys know their pitches instead of some of the guys that just start saying random
from
things.
Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, at a Trinity High School, a couple college stops, New Orleans, and then Marshall. And that one all the way to the backstop, bounces back for Jackson, but nobody covering. Volchko only came 8/10 of the way, and a wild pitch scores Ruiz.
And Ray is free membership out. Gifted the membership.
Well, Volchko just
Caitlin
seems out of
Hitchens.
sorts right here. The fastball
she tells
hasn't
Ken
been
Ray,
around
thank
the
you.
plate very much. But again, that's a tough one, just running into New. Jackson not able to get it, and you're right, didn't even get to the plate. Ruiz scores easy.
New shows bunt to take, and it's now 1-1. Micah News trying to get back on track. Had an 0 for weekend in Tuscaloosa, went 0 for 9 against Alabama. What is going on? It's falling off of the mid of Daniel Jackson and Volchko all over the
Somebody get this man a new glove.
Right.
Or don't.
New had a great
Now,
run
Hero,
in the Cape this
they're
summer.
not
He was the MVP of the Cape
30-8 for
and he rockets this one
because
foul.
they suck.
Yeah, they're going to hit the ball, so we're going to have to. It's a good thing we're getting
premier
some
college baseball summer league and
getting some runs and
talent up there to go out there and
making
win
them pay for
MVP.
their mistakes. That's for sure.
There's some big time names that have taken home that trophy over the years. Thurman Munson, Paul O'Neill.
He keeps hanging that breaking
Darling,
ball up there
Greg
like that
Vaughn,
and that
Jason
slider.
Varitek, Darren Erstad, Evan Longoria,
He's going to
Travis
find
Mazzana,
out that you shouldn't
just
do
a
that
couple of years
in
ago.
a hurry.
Okay.
In fact, Dave Van Horn was telling us we'd already signed New, but I wanted to go up to the Cape and watch him play. I had to get my eyes on him. He was obviously impressed. Back-to-back Ks for Volchko, who tries to hit the reset button.
Right.
Game one
Good
of
inning,
this
though.
three-game series. Here in the natural state, the home team
Get them up
has
to
a
what, 32
2-0.
pitches?
Yeah, and we've got 3 runs on them, so we can't ask for much more than that.
Which, if the wind wasn't blowing all kinds of crazy, we would have had 2 home runs there.
Good. Well, we still scored the runs pretty much, other than one.
Yep, basically. All because of errors.
I had another super chat. Let me get that. Scott, let me find that real quick. Sorry, sir. I almost. Almost didn't. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Scott.
Somebody said that's worth the fire hog. No.
Another $10 from Scott today. Appreciate you, Scott, for the support. Like I said earlier, all the super chats are going to help support. Get my daughter to Atlanta for the Nationals in the FFA skills competition. Since they won state, they get to go to Atlanta for Nationals. So we appreciate your support on that, everybody. Not asking you to donate, so don't take that as me asking you. I'm just saying when you do, whoever does, that's what it's going to help for the whole month of May. So we appreciate everybody.
Your Farmers of America.
Absolutely. She got a scholarship to any college in Arkansas so far. So we can add a few more runs. With deep pitches the way he does, boy, it's looking pretty good.
O'Shaughnessy, one of the veteran
Mr.
bats
Kyle.
that has transferred in.
Was really proud of her.
Played for Rucker Taylor at Davidson last year, had 17 home runs, and a 23-game hitting streak, 10-time Conference Player of the Week. And a senior from Del Mar, New York, sitting at double-digit home runs right now for the Bulldogs. Last year they had a
Better
school
watch out
record
or I'll
8 players
make you
with
go down to
double-digit home
Oshag
runs.
Hennessy's office.
2 seasons ago,
His last name
he
is
set a
O'Shaughnessy.
school record in home runs. Charlie Condon led the nation with 37. He would be the 3rd overall pick of the draft. Take home the Golden Spikes Award. 1-2. Pardon me, that would be it. Back-to-back Ks for Dietz.
It's a great way to start this inning. I mean, you always hear when you're scoring that big inning, especially the first inning. I love it as a starting pitcher. You get to go out there with the lead, but the next inning, especially that first leadoff hitter, is so important to get that shutdown inning. And boy, he just rears back 1-2 fastball. Here's my best heater. Can you hit it?
Arkansas is 5-0 this season when scoring 3 or more in the first inning. That includes the one time it's happened in SEC play. Breaking ball in for Henry Allen. Sophomore out of Auburn High School. Then went to Northwest Florida State, where he made 46 starts for him last year. And a laser there.
Nice.
Short. Kojal's got
Good
it.
job, Camden.
5 straight retired by Hunter Dietz in front of a packed house again at Baum-Walker Stadium.
This is just one of those stadiums, Tom, where if you're a college baseball fan, you need to find a trip out here. Find a weekend where you can just post up out there in the outfield and just watch some good baseball. But just the experience here at Baum-Walker. Fans are great. Always a good time.
This is Bryce Callaway.
Good Lord, is that kid like 40?
Senior from New Orleans, 6'4", 265. He doesn't get
Well,
cheated on
good,
swings,
buddy.
does
Good
he?
to see you.
That's a big boy.
They got a guy, Jody Oriach, is normally the starting first baseman, but he's a big lefty, and with Dietz being a tough left-on-left matchup, that's why you're seeing Callaway. But both guys look very similar, take massive
Hey, Sarge,
hacks,
can we
and
call him
usually
Mr.
have pretty
Dietz?
good success when they do.
Yeah.
Spits on the curveball.
I wonder if he's going to give everybody Corvettes in town.
Callaway was a two-way guy for New Orleans last year and took home the team's triple crown. Gets fooled on that one. Third strikeout of the game for Hunter Dietz.
That thing submarined off the table.
The inning.
That's what you want.
With just
quick drop off the table. Quick drop off the table. Let's see here. Fishman, thank you, brother, for that very much, man. $20 from Fishman's is to the daughter fund. Woo Pig Suey. Appreciate that very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
How much do they have to raise, Sarge?
It's I think it's $500 for each individual on the team.
Ooh.
Yeah. But everything helps, and of course, Sarge was going to make up the difference. As of course, we donated it all to the team to help them out. I appreciate all the chat, the super chats. You guys, again, like I said, not asking, just telling you what your hard-earned money will be going towards. It's not going in my pocket just for me to get an extra cheeseburger or two. Yeah, Dietz is definitely dealing.
Hey, Sarge, check your PayPal.
I don't know. Oh, appreciate that. Oh, wow, donated $20 to the cause. Appreciate you, brother.
YouTube ain't getting the change.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Michael. Nope, he is not here yet, and he is clinging on for dear life inside, but he's got 6 days. The countdown has begun. 6 days, and they going to get it.
Don't forget that ball from Coach Kojal was absolutely crushed. When you're lucky enough to have this only be a 3-0 ball game.
Lo-fi Trey Biddy ain't going to come on here.
From Wailuku, Hawaii.
Why you keep mentioning
that'd be awesome.
Everybody else's stream.
He was freshman year.
I don't
They
understand
tried him in the outfield to start this season, but that didn't work out. And you talked earlier about this Arkansas team finding its footing. This is a guy that once his back comes around, this lineup changes.
Yes. I mean, he's a middle-of-the-order hitter. You know, you think about last year. Now, obviously a very comfortable spot with his brother being here, so you're playing that. So there's a sense of, hey, he's comfortable, and all players are better when they're in a comfort level. But if look at those numbers. If he can come anywhere close to that, you're right. As a middle-of-the-order hitter, this Arkansas team will catch a fire.
Ooh.
Moves strictly to the DH in the Mississippi State Series.
Another super chat from
Woo.
Woo. 3569. Appreciate you, brother, very much. Says Woo Pig from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and much love for what you guys do.
Stayed ahead.
We appreciate you,
That's
Woo.
how you pitch, right?
Thank you very much for that.
You're talking about a guy taking a violent hack.
Hey, he can hit a golf ball 400 yards.
I
think his driver swing looks probably the same.
Yeah.
Sarge Squad.
Now Reese Robinette at the plate. Junior from Cadott, Missouri, down in the boot heel. Was a number 2 third baseman in the Show Me State coming out of high school. Just 1 for 7 in the series at Alabama and only 2 for 11 against Auburn. They'd like to get Robinette going as well. He had about 20 points higher over the course of last season. And chases the curveball.
Yeah, so you mentioned, right, a couple of guys that are struggling from numbers from last year. Like, as a coaching staff, you see what they do last year. You're going, all right, well, we need you to take the next step while the other guys come into the lineup. And when the veteran players don't take that step or even have a little regression, that puts a lot of stress on your lineup.
Mayhew Edwards down the third base line denies the appeal. 2-2.
That wasn't even close, man. You shouldn't even offered it that. What are you doing? See the ball, hit the ball, son.
By the way, are umpires the only guys still wearing pleated pants these days?
The jacket, too. Mayhew Edwards' jacket looks like that came out of the 90s. But, yeah, they have the pleated
Jeff
pants.
Head behind the plate. And he chases it upstairs, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And Volchko has found his rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know about that. He's just going to the weak part of our lineup.
Sometimes it's one of those pitches, and it was the cutter and the slider that allowed it. Now
Mount
he's got
St.
the fastball
Poppy.
that was perfectly placed. A little
Let's
bit up
go.
in the zone, right above the belt. Another punch out.
Brings the 9-hole hitter T.J. Pompey to the plate.
Let's go, TJ.
Remember, Volchko needed 32 pitches in the first inning. Only half of them were strikes.
You think he throws that one again?
Poppy transferred in from Texas Tech.
Not there, anyway.
And he pulls this one foul. Was a
See,
freshman
that was a better one.
All-American
It was
with the Red
more
Raiders,
outside
double-digit
down.
home runs. He's been inconsistent defensively, and Arkansas's not as good defensively as they've been under Dave Van Horn. You lose a guy like Vahiva Aloy in the first round.
Absolutely.
It's tough to replace.
I mean, they've lost what you named the shortstops. Battles, was a great defender at shortstop.
Keep it alive,
Moore at
Pompey.
second baseman. They had Bobby Moore, Rob Moore. So, I mean, they've lost some guys, which then turns a lot more pressure on the pitching staff. And so maybe that's why you're seeing the numbers for the pitching staff not as good. And when offensive defense aren't there, then the hitters feel the pressure. So once they get all three phases going the right way, Arkansas is a scary team.
Just missed.
Good eye.
There's nothing you're going to do with that. Bobby had a good series against Alabama. 6 for 12, couple of home runs. He's the reigning SEC Player of the Week. And that last pitch is the one that he's laid off that has really helped him at the plate lately. And Tommy can't
after that one.
Lay off it again. 5 straight strikeouts for Joey Volchko. When we return, we'll talk with Graham.
Somebody asked why he was 6-1. Well, now you're seeing it. Once he gets in a rhythm, he's got several pitches that can get guys out. And, too, Georgia's offense is, I'm sure, is helped him with that, too. When you can hit and you got a pitcher that can hold guys off base for the most part. Basically what DT's doing for us right now.
I would have probably swung at that.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. I mean, that was...
I thought it was hanging over the middle, and then it just ripped to the left. Yeah. Are you just trying to set him up for one of those right down the middle, the hog father?
Mobley.
Good Lord.
Let's not be dramatic now. We can go back to the regular hog, though.
Happy to be joined by Arkansas head coach Dave Van Horn. And Coach, we're at the midway point now in league play, and I don't think anybody's figured anything out in terms of big picture. How do you see the SEC this year?
They're playing a little bit of Justin Moore.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, man, that pitch is nasty.
It's really balanced. A lot of good arms. It's real physical players.
What has been the difference for you guys to now find?
Yeah, Eagles.
Coming off the
absolutely. We would look worse than that, I guarantee you.
We're throwing more strikes, and we're driving in runs. We're getting some big hits, and we didn't get any for about 3 weeks.
Back in the day, I could.
Now
but I couldn't do it now, I promise you that.
Some RBIs, and it's made a huge difference.
Well, speaking of throwing strikes, Hunter Dietz, great start so far to the game. Talk about his progression from last year just to this year, but also as this year has gone, moving into the Friday night role.
Well, last year he's still coming off that injury. Really, it was a high school injury. Hurt it again in the fall. It started bothering him 3 years ago, and so we had this surgery. And then last year, it was really slow developing, and we were just trying to take our time with him. Is that going to stay in here?
Give a jump at the wall,
nope.
But that'll clear head in the bullpen.
Okay, so he, really just slowly got better and better, and we saw it in the fall. We knew that he had a chance to be our guy or one of the guys, and then
sir, that's rude. Why you do that while we're getting interviewed?
It just got really better week to week.
DVH, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Head coach Dave Van Horn as Ryan Wynn connects for his third home run of the season. First hit of the game for Georgia leaves the yard. The 101st home run to lead the nation for this Bulldogs team. You're stealing your moves in there. Here's Colby Branch now. Now, Colby Branch, a good example of the depth of this batting order. Here's a 7-hole hitter going yard.
Oh, just a little breaking ball in the zone, coming into the barrel. Nice job of keeping the hands in, and you're right. The one thing that this Georgia lineup has, we've mentioned the amount of home runs. They have some legitimate pop at the bottom of the lineup. There's no sleeping through the bottom.
And that includes Branch, who's 9th in the league with 13 home runs.
Yeah, it's because it went to right field. That wind helped it. If you can keep it fair left field.
Hobbs
I'm
is
sorry.
the Arkansas pitching coach. He's done a
If you keep it
fantastic
fair
job over the
going in
years,
left field, that wind's going to help push it out.
He was talking about Dietz with us before the game and working through all of those injuries that he had.
You're just not going to. You're going to have to
and
power
fractured
one to
the tip
right
of his
field with that
elbow. Had
wind
to get
blowing.
a couple of screws. They thought it would get him back on the mound early, but it took a while. And that hot shot, and Nolan Souza couldn't get in front of it.
Yeah, I meant left, sir. Yeah,
They
absolutely.
couldn't get in front of it or didn't want to.
I'll
108
let
off
you
the
decide.
bat. Yeah, that's one of those where that's a business decision.
Ruled a base hit for Branch.
Would you have wanted to see him maybe try to just chest it up because that ball off the bat was crushed? But yeah, that was a business move.
So Dietz had retired the first 6 that he faced before the home run to win, and now Branch. Ryan Black, big cut, 0-1. Black is senior from Grand Prairie, Texas. But at UT Arlington before he made his way to Georgia.
Appreciate that, Miss Riley.
30 starts for the Dogs last year.
Glad you like it.
Talked about how Georgia has overall the pitching has improved from last year.
I was stationed
The
there for
hitting
9
is
years,
pretty much
but
what it was.
man.
They hit bombs, but the overall offense, they get a lot more base hits. They're not just the 3-run home run team.
Right.
Defensively, you mentioned top 9 in the country, so everything's improved. The one thing they don't really do is run. I mean, outside of Jackson, he's got 19 attempts and 18 stolen bases with that. Outside of that, Rylan Lujo has 5. Nobody else has really more than 2. So for Hunter Dietz, this is where, hey, all right, yes, I have to pay attention to the base runner, but you better lock into the hitters.
To the left side, Pompey in foul territory with Helfrich. Pompey wide turn to find that one in foul territory. 1 down. Yeah, to your point, this Georgia offense, 6th in the country on base percentage, 2nd in slugging, 5th in the country in batting average. Here's Trey Phelps. Only the top 2 buttons undone for Phelps. I hope Chipper's happy with that. We were talking with Trey before the game today. Chipper called him out in the postseason last year. And the biggest change he made was a rule change that now you have to wear an undershirt. And Trey was telling us, he said, yeah, the umpires tell me that rule was put in place strictly because of me.
Trey Phelps rule.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're an impact player.
Oh, it's still unbuttoned. There's no doubt. There's the flare. That
I don't know
he
what
has.
that is, Brian, to be honest with
It's
you.
unbuttoned, but yeah, the undershirt had to be there.
Oh, that was a strike.
Wearing his jersey that way since the age of 14. I said, what does it mean for an Atlanta kid to get called out on social media by Chipper Jones? He goes, I still start him in my Diamond Dynasty team. Yeah, I can't bench Chipper. 0 for 1 today. Helfrich stays in front of it, 2-1.
You know, and that's, yes, there's a flare there. There's, you know, maybe some stuff that you don't want to see. But, like, right now, I can tell you, when you play the game, what's the most important thing? You play the game, have fun playing the game. There's no doubt Trey Phelps, when he steps on the field in between the white lines, he's having some fun.
5th in the country in batting average, and he's got a fantastic personality. Also 5th in the country in runs scored.
One thing right now, he's just a tad bit late. First inning, same type of thing. Fastball's just getting in on him, not quite on time where he wants to be.
Rockets this one foul. Georgia's offense, as I mentioned, all over the national leaderboards. And that's by design by head coach Wes Johnson. 6th in the country and scoring 9.5 runs a game, 2nd in OPS. And this ball down the right field line, but tailing foul. Hey, wasn't it interesting talking with Wes Johnson before the game? Of course, he was the pitching coach here. He knows his ballpark really well. But he said during batting practice he was trying to get a feel for how the ballpark's going to play because of some of the new additions since he was the pitching coach here. That includes the Hunt Family Development Center behind the wall and right, new scoreboard in the left field corner. And that ball through the left side as Phelps has a hit. Will push Branch to second. And you can't ever get comfortable facing this Georgia batting order, including Daniel Jackson.
Well, that just shows you how important it is, especially for Volchko, to not let that first inning get out of hand and all of a sudden answer back with the zeros that he's put on the board, because you know your offense is going to score some runs, right? I mean, that's just what they do. They're going to put pressure. They're going to have opportunities. Now, do they get it done? Maybe the other pitcher's better that night and you know, takes care of the offense. But they're going to have their opportunities. Just can you get that big hit? Here's one of those situations.
Big opportunity for Georgia, by the way. Special shout out to the Coyotes at the University of Georgia. We're on in the house right now, and they're pulling hard for their dogs. And here's Matt Hobbs out to have a word with Hunter Dietz.
Well, I like that right there. You saw Coach Hobbs, the first words were to the catcher. You know, and that's, hey, like, maybe that's a, hey, what's it look like? What is that pitch there? And, I mean, when you have a catcher that's been in the league as long as he has and is good behind the plate, you know, that's a respect when it comes to his, like, what do you think? Because, hey, I mean, we're on the side as a pitching coach. I can't see it like you can.
Right. Is
it that good? And if the catcher gives you that nod, like, yeah, he's good.
Which is one of the reasons that Matt Hobbs generally, along with Dave Van Horn, outsourced the pitch calling responsibilities to the catcher, Ryder Helfrich, which is uncommon in college baseball.
Well, there's certain guys that's their field. Like they just feel more into the ball game with it by being able to do it, because then it's like, okay, I don't have to look over, I don't have to hear it. Doing that, like, he already knows right now, boom, foul ball, we're off there, like, I'm going to the next pitch, right? What's the next pitch? Here we go. And that way he's not thinking the speed of the game, because when you talk about rhythm on defense, the quicker things happen, the better the defense is going to be.
Jackson a little late on that one, fouls it off the tarp.
One thing you're seeing, though, is all the Georgia hitters, especially Phelps, Jackson, all the foul balls, they're finding barrels. And that's what when you go, okay, when Georgia starts finding barrels, yeah, they're foul, they start getting the ball in play, that's when they can score some runs.
Appreciate that, Dubzilla.
One, two to Jackson with two aboard. And Helfrich stays in front of it, 2-2. Jackson tapped out back to the mound. Hunter Dietz his first time up. Get in on the hands, and Rutenbar in right field. Catch made, no advance. Ball ends up at third, 2 down.
Be good, we get out of trouble here.
And that brings Rylan Lujo to the plate. Well, you got to see Lujo in person in the Florida series last weekend.
Oh, man, especially that last game on Sunday. I mean, he was seeing beach balls coming at him. He squared the ball up, and it seemed like every single at bat.
That one was close.
Yeah. If I'm Hunter Dietz, that's going to be a step off the mound. Rub the ball up a little bit, especially first pitch, then getting ahead. I love the fact the pitch, though. He's pitching inside. That's what you have to do to these Georgia hitters. They want that ball out over the plate. They want to extend the arms.
They're making Dietz work here in the third inning. More pitches in the third than the previous 2 innings combined.
But as a starter, this is one where you're going to go. You're going to leave the most mentally tired you've ever left after a game, just because of knowing that you can't make a mistake at any part of the lineup. And knowing you're okay if you get through the 5th inning and you have the lead and that's a 5 and dive, even though most times you want to go a little deeper. But knowing that, hey, like, I did my job and it's going to be the toughest 5 innings you've had to pitch, especially against this lineup.
He'd come in with a total of an inning and 2/3 in his career before this season. So everything he does this year is something new, and he gets a strikeout of Lujo. And that leaves a couple on. The Ryland Wynn home run to lead off the inning gets Georgia on the board, but only 1 run on 3 hits and a couple left on for the Dogs.
Yeah, this is what they come to expect from the Georgia Bull. Banged it into.
I got him. We'll see how that. Now we can go get after this pitcher again. Get his pitch count up.
All of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Let's get to Hoover.
Well, who knows what it's going to look like by the time we get to Hoover, but halfway through, Georgia off to one of its best starts in conference play, 11-4, and that's with a series loss to Florida. Look at all the numbers to the left. Those are the ranked teams. And the logjam continues all the way to 7-8 Vanderbilt.
Hey, I'd even stretch it to 6-9.
Sure.
I mean, this is with LSU sitting at 6-9, right? Defending national champs. The biggest thing that you always hear, and I've always thought, is once April 15th, I always say, don't let LSU get to tax day, right? Once April 15th comes, that's usually when they get hot. So if you're one of those 5 teams that got to play them before this, usually this is what they do. I mean, that's something that LSU will do that. They have the history to do that. I mean, when you're talking 12, 13 teams in that gap of like 2 or 3 ball games, like that just shows you how one good weekend could vault you up, one bad weekend, all of a sudden you're looking going, man, how are we 12th now?
Yeah, there's a lot of movement every weekend. 1-2 now to Carter Rutenbar.
And that's why we've got the answer from DVH going, yeah, it's a tough league.
Rutenbar goes down swinging. That is now a strikeout run of 6 straight for Joey Volchko.
This is the stuff we thought we'd see with Volchko. I mean, it's there. I mean, you're talking the big guy. I mean, when there's some scouts here that are watching this. I mean, he's built like a front-end starter. The fastball is where it needs to be. All the analytics. He's one of the highest spin rate guys in all of the country, not only on the fastball, the cutter, and the slider as well. So analytical stuff is there. Sometimes you got to go out there and just compete, and he did. After that tough inning, boy, he's answered back nicely.
First 4 batters, 3 runs, a double, a couple of walks. Last 6, he's K'd them all. He had just 4 strikeouts on the road this season coming into tonight's game. 1-1 to Helfrich. Volchko walked the first 2 batters he faced to start this game. To the left side, backhanded pickup by Branch, long throw, and Helfrich beats it out. Great hustle down the line by the catcher.
I think this is part of the game that has changed a lot from back in the day is you have very athletic catchers. I mean, this is the perfect play for a shortstop to make. Branch does a great job, strong throw. You know, catchers back in the day, probably get thrown out, but not Helfrich. Smelled that hit off the bat, hustling down the line. Boy, just by 1 step.
So here's Camden Kojal. And takes a strike at 92. Is that the cutter?
Yeah, because the fastball is up to 696. You know, cutters anywhere from 89 to 92.
Kojal 7th in the league in doubles. Runner goes. The throw to second is not in time. Great effort by Branch, who had to come across it. And for Ryder Helfrich, that's his 6th stolen base in 7 tries.
Boy, Tommy, he picked this one right off the pitcher. You see that high leg kick from Volchko. Tough pitch to even throw on. So, I mean, for Daniel Jackson to get
Georgia
that
is
close.
challenging the safe call at second base. Previous play is under review.
The question will be, where was the tag? Did it get him in the foot, or was it the elbow? And if it was the elbow, was the hand already on the bag?
See, I'm going to go off of just Kobe Branch's initial reaction. He looked back, he saw he was safe, and he didn't immediately go to the head,
yeah,
you know, to go to challenge it. Georgia is challenging it, but I love to watch the initial, like, just that gut reaction of the players. But for Jackson, that ball's down and in. To make this that close just shows you how good and how quick the hands are.
Oh, looked like he got him on the hip after that.
He never even tagged him. Watch, the glove misses him. See? He never even tags him.
I think if anything, he touched the elbow, but it's as he's going past him where the hand might have already been on the bag.
Mike Fichter's at second base with the call.
It's crazy. One view will look like you said. It hits the hip, and then you see from the other side, you're like, oh, he wasn't even close. But he was in a great spot. I mean, that's a beautiful spot by the umpire, being where he needs to be. You see, boy, he is right on it.
Do you like the idea of using your challenge in this scenario? It doesn't. The reason I ask is, yes, 3-hole hitter is up, but it doesn't seem this would be the second out of the inning if they get it reversed, like a high-impact, high-leverage call.
Right, especially down 3 or down 2, knowing you're going to have a lot of opportunities later in the game. You know, this might be if it was the first out, because now you're going, all right, guy on second base, nobody out, maybe. But if this is out number, you know, even if this is out number 1, it's still going to take a hit to get a guy over, to get him in, everything. You still got opportunities to get out of the inning without any runs.
After review, the runner is safe. Georgia has 1 challenge remaining.
And to that point, Georgia, for the 3rd time, allowed a season-high 3 runs in the first inning. They trailed Tennessee 3-0, came back to win 8-7. And then in the Florida game, they gave up 3 in the first and lost that one 13-7. So it's an offense that will certainly get them back into more games than not. 1-1 to Kojal.
Yeah, that offense was there on Sunday. That, like you mentioned, that Florida, they gave up 3, they scored 2. They gave up 2 in the next inning, they scored 3. So after 2 innings, it was 5-5. That 3rd inning bit them because it was 6 runs in that 3rd inning.
A Georgia team that came from behind to knock off Tennessee in one of those games, as I mentioned. They took the series from Tennessee. They took a series on the road at A&M. They swept South Carolina at home. Late break for third. The throw there, and he gets him. And Helfrich runs into the second out of the inning over at third base.
Well, heck of a job right here by Jackson. This ball's in the other batter's box, blocks it, but also just blocks it, keeps it right in the dirt, and makes a strong throw. Helfrich tries to make one of those athletic slides, and you can see the frustration knowing that, hey, that was a tough read. Thought he had it.
And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball for Kojal.
Well, now you're one pitch, boy, getting out of a little mini jam. Thought you'd put yourself in, and you make this pitch right here, put up another 0.
1 wide. We got him swinging. That'll close the inning. 7 strikeouts now for Joey Volchko. He has K'd 7 of the last 8 that he's faced. Needed just 13 pitches. We'll chat with the head Bulldog, Wes Johnson, coming up next.
We know better than that. Can't get greedy there and run ourselves into outs. Can't make it easier on Georgia.
ask you about Volchko in just a second, but I think the idea that you have this powerful offense, nobody wants to give up 3 in the first, but what kind of confidence do you have early in games when you've got that kind of power and run production?
Yeah, we've been behind in some games this year, and I think it's just the confidence and understanding that 27 outs is hard to get, and that it's a long game, and you stay in your approach, and you're not going to hit a 3-run homer with nobody on or anything like that. So, the biggest thing, we just don't want to panic and trust our process, and when we do, we'll have a chance.
Well, I love how you said that, right? You don't want to panic after just one bad inning, right? That's what Joey Volchko had. What have you seen since that inning to now leading to those 7 punch-outs?
Well, Joey came out, he was really amped. I had to go down there and go out there and
we had
calm
a
him
3-run
down.
first on some
and then
singles.
when he came back in, I said, Joey, you got to calm
and a
down.
double.
Like, I know hey,
and then
we all want
Georgia
to put
come
up
back with a
zeros and
solo
throw
homer.
a gazillion or whatever, but slow the process down, slow the game down.
That's how we got to 3-1
and he's done that
so
since
far.
then.
What's the biggest thing? Like when you see a guy like that, how do you stop that before that? Because he knows going onto this place right here, it's a tough place to pitch, and having to do that, how do you man that and not let him get that point?
Well, he hadn't shown it. You don't know when it's going to happen sometimes, right? But, yeah, we've talked a lot about the environment here and how it can get guys a little extra juice. But, you wish he would have slowed the game down a little bit more in the first. But I tell you what, since then he's been pretty good.
Wes, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, and go Dogs.
Georgia head coach Wes Johnson as Henry Allen comes to the plate. He knows full well how tough a place this is to play in. It's one of the oddities this season is Arkansas has already lost 8 home games.
Yeah, I bet he has seen some pitchers in his day here melt down with the Hog faithful.
0-2 now to Allen.
Well, these has the breaking ball working. I know he had that one for Win that stayed up a little bit inner part of that plate, and he put it into the bullpen, but since then it's been a good one.
Upstairs to Allen from Dietz, who retired the first 6 he faced until that breaking ball from Win left the yard. And the curveball popped up into left center field. This is new, and he cuts in front of Ruiz for the out. This year's NFL Draft is in Pittsburgh. 3-day event begins next Thursday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. ESPN will have every pick along with the usual expert analysis, also available on the NFL Network. And don't forget on ABC, a focus on the prospect's journey to the draft. It's the NFL Draft, April 23rd to the 25th. So up 2 down, middle of the order. And Hunter Dietz, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters that held them a combined 0 for 5, including a strikeout of Bryce Callaway first time up.
Callaway obviously wants to get a little revenge from that last at bat. Looked pretty silly on multiple pitches, so right now in the driver's seat 2-0, and that's where a good hitter puts themselves in counts where they can expect to see certain pitches.
And Callaway drives this one high to right center field. Rutenbar all the way to the fence and at the wall makes the catch. Paul Parks playing big to right tonight. Middle of the 4th inning. Arkansas up 3-1.
Thank you, wind. Because that was a homer if it wasn't for the wind.
well represented. Here's Damian Ruiz at the plate for Arkansas. I want to know to Ruiz from Joey Volchko, who labored through the opening frame. And this ball is sent into right center field for a topspin hit for Damian Ruiz. He is 2 for 2 in this one. I'll bring Nolan Souza up. We talked about Volchko's struggles in the opening frame. The high velocity fastball is one thing. How much did the cutter help get him back on track?
I mean, I think that's why he did. I mean, he was able to start landing the slider in the cutter. We asked Coach Johnson that 87 mile an hour in between the break. The one to Kojal was back-to-back sliders that seemed like they were about to hit his back leg. But he had mixed in that cutter as well to get him back on track. Right there was a little fastball flat that Ruiz jumped all over, because the fastball has some good spin, but it doesn't really have the ride at the top of the zone like you would think throwing that hard, especially with his spin rate. So he's one of those guys that the ball will be running and does a little sink with it.
So here's Souza, who struck out looking for the second out of the first. That started off a run of 6 consecutive Ks, and a balk will put Ruiz over at second. Wes Johnson wants clarification. Will Van Raphorst will jog in from first and tell the Georgia skipper what he saw. What did you see?
Hey, he's going to say that front knee buckles. You can see right here,
Right there, yep.
Front knee, front foot buckles. They call it the balk move. It's tough. You got to practice it, and you can see it clear as day. And you know, that's when you it's tough because you want to use it, but you don't break it out at certain points. But the good ones, man, you can get that knee going and the heel pretty much at the same time as that back foot. As a base runner, you're staring at the back foot, and so when you see the front foot and that front knee collapse a little bit, you know he's going to the plate. And so pitchers will try to move both of those at the same time to get you leaning towards second base for that easy pickoff.
So Ruiz moves into scoring position. In addition to the early walks, there are also a couple wild pitches and pass balls.
I mean, you could pretty much anything that happened in the first inning that you could not want to happen for Georgia did.
Offering low to Souza. He didn't get cleared from his shoulder injury from last season until early January. He had a torn labrum. And that shoulder injury occurred about a year ago when taking on Georgia, slide into third base on April 11th. And a 1-0.
Oh.
Drops in for his strike, 1-1.
Come on, Suze, you got to put that one down the line. That was a hanger.
Dave Van Horn was talking about that injury, and he said he kind of thought that he might end up being their shortstop this year if he hadn't had that shoulder injury. But there was some concern that they're going to have to bring him along slowly, that the arm would be the last one to come around. They thought they had a top freshman prospect to start at short. That didn't work out, so they've shuffled some guys around. Another one in for a strike, 2-2.
Yeah, they settled on the Kojal Souza middle infield combination, and Coach, like you said earlier, Coach Van Horn said they're making the plays, they're making the routine plays, and so I got to keep running them out there.
Try to go back to the breaking ball, full count. Souza had a couple of doubles in the series at Alabama. 2 of his 5 hits went for extra bases, and Dave Van Horn was talking with Phil Elson, a fantastic radio announcer for Arkansas before the game. And he said, we teach our guys doubles turn into home runs. Those are good swings for our guys. This ball is roped foul. Adding to that, he said, you know, you go into a game, you're never quite sure how the ball is going to carry. The wind was blowing in when the sun was out. Since it's set, it has calmed just a little bit. And Arkansas certainly is not an offense, unlike Georgia, that leans on the home run this year. Payoff. Back up just a little bit, blowing in from right.
How about that board? Video board. Most programs are loving the fact that they get one on their main scoreboard. Brand new scoreboard over there in left field.
There's a walk. 2 on and over. Yeah, you get $2.5 million to spend. Why not put a big old number 2 video board up so the folks in the suites down the right field line can get a good view? What a facility. Mike Anu on the video board now as he comes to the plate for the second time. 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Steven, I am.
Runners on the move. The double
hard at
steal
all.
and the throw to the backside is not in time. Ruiz ends up at third and Sousa into second.
I think I keep it pretty positive all the
Arkansas
time.
playing a little baseball.
Well, this was going to be a bunt. I really feel like it, but Ruiz had such a good jump at second base, does the hop. They never make him stop. And Sousa had the big lead. He read it perfectly. There was no shot for the throw behind. Great execution by the Razorbacks.
And New sends it into center. Ruiz looking to tag. Lujo makes the catch.
Great
and
job.
Sousa looking to tag as well.
Sacrifice.
He'll advance to third on a sac fly from Mike Anu that scores Ruiz.
Well, Tommy, I always say, play the game the right way and it rewards you right
Yep.
there. I mean, you got the double steal. The bunt was on. He sees they're going to steal. Boom, both guys get in there. Super productive out. Not only gets the sac fly for New, also moves up Sousa onto third base with less than 2 outs as well.
And that's coming from the middle of the order. And now the 7-hole hitter, Kuhio Aloy. And it feels like Aloy has been behind in the count regularly. Now 0-1.
And that's usually what happens, right? When you're struggling a little bit and not feeling good, the pitcher's dotting up and throwing nasty pitches. And then when you feel good, you're always in that 2-0, 3-1 count.
First team All-Conference last year, All-America season.
And then that's what you see, right? Because you all of a sudden now 0-1, the pressure comes on. You know, hey, this is an RBI situation. I can easily get it. You get a little swing happy. You chase out of the zone.
He had 317 last year with 13 home runs. And at 281 coming into tonight. Nice pickup on the short hop by Jackson that saved a run. It's got to give you some confidence with an athlete like Daniel Jackson behind the plate.
I mean, that ball was one hopped probably halfway into the left-handed batter's box. So, yeah.
In on the knuckles.
His recoil was harder than I could ever swing forward. That's a strong man.
Well, he went 4 for 10 last weekend against Alabama. That was after he only made 2 starts against Auburn, and he reaches for this one and sends it into shallow left. Allen makes the catch. Shallow enough that there would be no test from Sousa.
He's got to lay out them outside pitches.
Then the second plate appearance for Reese Robinette. Volchko has allowed the leadoff hitter to reach twice in 4 innings. Both times that guy's come around to score. And that one's pulled foul. Robinette, 6'3", 220. Made 18 starts at first base for the Hogs last year after redshirting the year prior.
to me, Tom, this is where Volchko just hasn't had the fastball location. I mean, the fastball velocity's been there. It's running, it's moving, but he hasn't been able to spot it up. So he knows, like, that's the pitch I can't go to. So Arkansas hitters know what they can expect to see the cutter and the slider.
Little dribbler off the knuckles, bare hand play, but no throw by Wren, and Arkansas plates another.
We'll take it.
And so Reese Robinette just puts it in play. Ran right up from underneath his
I
helmet.
always say, if you just put the ball in play, good things could happen.
Ooh, the most frustrating part about baseball. You make the pitch, you're all over the knuckles. It's just not hit hard enough. Wynn did everything he could. I mean, it's a sellout. It's bare hand. You mentioned Chipper Jones, probably one of the best guys to ever do it coming in from third base, charging the ball barehanded. When he caught it good, he just didn't have enough of the fingers on it to make the throw. RBI, run number 5 for the Hogs.
And so here's Poppy again, and he rips
There
the
you go,
first one into
TJ.
left field.
Good shot, son.
Bottom of the order coming through now for Arkansas.
I'm telling you, they're just sitting off speed right here. I mean, this is when you can't throw the fastball where you want to, the hitters start to see it. I mean, they start to go, all right, if it's a fastball, we're going to lay off of it, and they're sitting, cutter, slider, and now they're getting to
way
it.
to go, little town.
How do you find command of the fastball if you don't
Little
have it?
municipality.
Because you know it too, and it's really tough. But it's a lot of times maybe easing off a little bit, just feeling the hand out. A lot of times I would go out there in between innings. I try to run out there a little faster. Hey, maybe you ask the umpire. Now they don't have a certain amount of pitches they can throw. They have a time frame. So I'd make sure if my catcher was hitting, I'd have that backup catcher. Hey, can you run out there pretty quickly? I want to get a couple more pitches to feel it. But man, when you don't have fastball command, it's going to be a tough
I hear thunder outside my house.
And back to the top of the order, Carter Rutenbar. A walk and a strikeout for Rutenbar tonight. Couple of good weekends in the SEC for Rutenbar, the last 2. Shows Arkansas over Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Baylor, Kansas State. A lot of Big 12 teams after the Texas native. And he let that one go. 0-2.
I'm telling you, that just shows you that, all right, we're going to take a 0-1 fastball right down the middle. They're sitting off speed.
Yeah, we were under severe thunderstorm watch smoothly, so.
And he takes that one, another one. So Volchko had figured that out. But Arkansas 22 times this season has scored 5 runs or more. They've won 20 of those games, 5-1 Hogs.
5-1 Hogs. These keeps us in this game. You got to make sure that our bullpen comes in later on and keeps it going. We add a run or 2 more. Who knows? One thing about Georgia is just, I don't know that the game is ever over until it's over with Georgia. All right. You want Fire Hog? You got him. That was. We scored a run, so we'll give him the Fire Hog. Michael Shackelford just received a free membership from @Ken Ray. Thank you, Ken Ray. GM, you think Dirk Diggler comes in to close tonight? Oh, no, not Dirk Diggler. It'll be, yeah, I know who you're talking about, the stash, the Goose Goss's stash.
Game 1 of 3 between Arkansas and Georgia.
Shannon, yes, he does still make noise. I just got him turned off because it gets annoying after a while.
8/4. And Hunter Dietz has yet to walk a batter.
That's the biggest thing. You see 3 walks from Bolchko, runs on the board.
Wynn got him first time up. Backhanded pickup by
play,
Kojal. Long throw.
Get over there. Got him. Good job.
And that shows you why Dave Van Horn is so comfortable.
There you go, Hogfather.
You're right. Defense.
It really is, man. That's a ball. You got good speed out of the box. Backhand makes a strong throw. Love the fact, though, that's as a pitcher, first pitch out. I mean, you'll take those every day of the week.
Jim.
Yeah, good job of getting his feet set.
Sorry, Jim.
Gaining ground toward first base, make that throw a little bit easier on him.
Colby Branch takes a curveball low.
These announcers put me to sleep.
Bunch of new faces on this Georgia team.
Yeah, Leslie, you're right. I call him McLovin. Absolutely. When I can't remember the names, I always just give them nicknames.
Branch is senior from Lucas, Texas. He transferred in from Baylor a couple of years ago. Comes in this weekend. Tied for 7th in Georgia history in career home runs.
These guys are definitely not as good as the guy we had on the radio the other night, Tuesday for that game.
No, these guys straight up put me to sleep in my chair.
The record. Gordon Beckham is second. He finishes
I was wondering,
in 08. Josh
quiet.
Morris a couple seasons before.
Yeah, at least I had my mic
top
muted.
3.
Yeah. I would have muted Jim.
You know how good those years were when Condon had 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, Al, absolutely, too.
Usually the leader's been there a while, 4-year career, and has been a productive player, but to do that kind of damage in 2.
Colby was one of only 2 Bulldogs to start all 60 games last year. Slade Alford was the other.
We can get Dietz to get to a 6+ innings.
Every day at shortstop.
I like our chances.
And he takes ball 4 upstairs.
Yeah, Jim, Phil.
First walk of the game issued by Hunter Dietz.
The radio guy, a lot better than these guys. That was my first time getting to hear Phil Ellison, and I just liked the way he did things.
And that'll take us to Ryan Black in the 9-hole.
Absolutely, Mike. That's for sure. I agree.
Six home runs and 19 driven in. One will reach the roof on the left side, I believe. 0-2. Black enters tonight with a team high 6-game hit streak. Wynn has matched it with his home run earlier tonight. Six hits over his last 3 games. And he belts this one to right field. Plenty of space. And Rutenbar puts it away, 2 down.
Rutenbar is like a Swiss Army knife, man. I think that kid can play anywhere. He's been in left field, right field, first base, catches.
In the SEC tonight, they're in the top of the 7th in Gainesville. Florida leads Auburn 6-3 in the 7th.
We need about 3 more of him.
Here's Trey Phelps again. We were joking with Trey before the game, if you joined us late, that he got Chipper Jones' attention in the postseason last year.
Yeah, I agree,
Jersey
Jason.
unbuttoned. And that one's whistled into the crowd. You
just got somebody's attention right there.
He sure did. You sent Chipper a picture. What was Chipper's reaction to Trey Phelps?
Oh, said he loved that guy. Said heck of a ball player. He said it's just maybe a little misunderstanding. I don't know.
What is
but
it?
Said he loved the way he plays the game,
Chipper
just
Jones.
the energy and passion.
Georgia will play at the Braves home ballpark in their annual matchup with Georgia Tech. It comes up after this series next Tuesday, Truist. I believe Chipper will be at the ballpark for that one.
Yeah, he said,
right, Fishman.
Say hello to him. Maybe
I agree.
Apologize about how that went down, but
Yeah.
no
Young
love
man,
lost
some
from Phelps.
NIL money.
I think if Trey Phelps wanted to have some fun, he'd come out for that game wearing a mock turtle.
Yeah, man. So he's been
Unbuttoned
everywhere.
5 buttons,
And he plays
wears
good
just
everywhere you
mock
play.
turtle.
Do you think there's a Georgia mock turtleneck floating around?
Yeah, there might be one somewhere. You might have to do a throwback.
Oh, that one was so uncomfortable, too.
Deeds takes care of him. And the K to close the 5th. Arkansas 13-1 this season when their starter completes 5.
Yeah, that's a nasty pitch right there. Great job getting heads, staying in control, getting that driver's seat, get the hitter aggressive. Nice job.
Beautiful, nasty pitch right there. Let's get some reactions, some hearts, and some hundreds for going for Dietz right there. Show that man some love. He's pitching his butt off tonight. We're going to get another inning or so out of him, too. That's going to be fantastic. It's going to set up the back end of the bullpen perfectly. Appreciate it, Al. Tell him Sarge says hello. And hope he's being a good little soldier.
Here's your D1 baseball projected national seeds. Number 2, Georgia Tech. Number 5, Georgia. Some great baseball being played in the Peach State. And a lot of power between those two.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talk about lineups. If there's one lineup scarier than Georgia, it might be their native state right there, Georgia Tech, because that's the team leading the nation in scoring, aren't they?
Here's Phelps off the bag. Oh, threw it high and then off of the glove of O'Shaughnessy.
I was in the Army.
Not O'Shaughnessy.
Sloppy on both sides.
One of those tough nights for Volchko. Makes a good pitch, gets their best hitter. Helfrich stumbles out of the box. Ball leads up the line. Good footwork to get back to the green bag.
It'll be charged an error to Phelps.
Yeah, he just never gathered
just
his feet.
His 3rd of the season. The breaking ball, chance for 2. Shuffle to 1. Branch on to first.
Got him.
And a 4-6-3 double play. 25th turn by the Bulldogs this season.
I think this was going to be a double play no matter what. The way Helfrich went in to second base. Mike Fitcher looked like he pointed there, but that was a heck of a turn by Colby Branch. Watch how quick he gets rid of this ball. His hips have to turn and the shoulders have to turn. He's facing the outfield and the throw right on point.
Here's Damian Ruiz. Ruiz has a couple of hits and has scored a couple of runs. You mentioned Mike Fichter pointing out to the bag at second that Helfrich had an illegal slide. You have to go directly into the base. And he was on the outfield side for sure. Upstairs to Ruiz.
Yeah, you can see him point right at it, right as it happens. That just shows you how good Colby Branch is. Made the play anyway.
Ruiz swung so hard there, he spit his gum out.
Popped out of play. They count 2-2. This will be the 94th pitch of the game from Joey Volchko. Full count. Halfway through the SEC schedule, only one team is on pace to win 20 or more games. That would be these Bulldogs. 11-4 in league play. Tap to the right
appreciate
side.
that very much.
Win.
Glad to have you.
Again. 10-pitch frame worked by Volchko. That might keep him around for another inning.
Yeah. Keep him around for another inning. See what happens. Welcome, Chess Dad, over on Twitch. Appreciate you being over on Twitch.
Begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. God, Caden Sorrell was so impressive against Texas. The game 2, which was a A&M blowout against Texas, single, double, home run, 417-foot home run. In game 1, all he did was hit behind the runner and pull together a couple of RBI groundouts with a runner at third, and he finishes 1 for 5, but 2 run-scoring groundouts.
Well, I mean, you talk about a guy playing some great baseball, 368 average, already has 17 home runs, leading the league in RBI, 57.
Jackson sends it deep to right field. That one is long gone. Second solo home run of the night for Georgia. Opposite field shot
right, solos
for one of the
don't kill
nation's
us.
best. That's his 17th of the year.
It's hard to hold a good offense down. I mean, this is a fastball, 94 miles an hour, leaves 104, but just watch. He lets that ball travel, sees it deep, and that's just a hitter trusting how strong he is, knowing he can lead the yard, both parts of the ballpark. And we've seen balls get caught up in the air. The flags are still blowing. So, I mean, that's a strong man going out to right field.
And they're squaring him up now as Lujo sends a shot into left field. Home run followed by the clean single. By the way, Daniel Jackson, going back to him for a moment, one of just 13 in Georgia program history that has double-digit home runs and stolen bases in the same season. That includes national championship quarterback Buck Bellew, who did it in 1979. And Gordon Beckham, mentioned his name already, who did it in 08, among others. So here's Michael O'Shaughnessy. So interesting scenario for Arkansas. Dietz is at 82 pitches.
Take it to O'Shea Hennessy.
Jackson's
Dietz.
numbers nationally. 15-plus home runs and stolen bases. And Dietz has been squared up here in the 6th. And it's Gabe Gackle getting warm in the Arkansas bullpen. They'd love to get Gackle back in the rotation. They basically gave him a reset the last couple of weeks. But Gackle getting loose now behind the right field wall. And it seems to be that he'd be the next guy in.
And that's when you start watching our game, right? You would have thought there's no way Arkansas is going to the bullpen before Georgia, just how it's going. So it's showing you how Volchko settled in. But you're right, the Bulldogs starting to barrel up a lot more pitches, and just shows you whenever it's that close, that small margin of victory, like if you got an opportunity to get a win on Friday night, you don't let an offense that can erupt come back.
I want to know how many balls they go through in a
Gackle
season.
is such a huge story of this season for Arkansas.
You know it, Sarge?
Quite a few, probably.
And O'Shaughnessy caught looking. 6K
Take
now
that,
for Dietz.
Principal O'Shea Hennessy.
Well, that's how you answer back right there. Just a left-on-left breaking ball. Boy, you can see that front hip. He starts it off right at the shoulder. You saw that front hip just open up, just freeze the hitter. And there you see Gackle. And we're going to see him now.
Good job, Dietz. You did your job, buddy. 5 in the 3rd innings.
We all do it. You see a line?
Shut your mouth, you little lizard. Gecko. I don't know if that's Stefano. Stefano. Appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you very much. Now, if Gak gives us 3 innings like he does in his starts, then we'll be all right.
Why don't you like that, Claudia?
I think it's probably the best bet because he's starting to get touched up a little bit, and you let him out. You get him out of the game before anything bad happens. He keeps his confidence. Maranatha says they average 60 to 65 baseballs per game. Kyle's calling it Hogs win 8-2.
Performance.
Yeah, 6 punch outs, only 1 walk, and did a great job moving up a day in the rotation. You know, not as much normal rest, but he attacked the Georgia hitters, made the pitches when it mattered most. That's the part, you know, when you take the steam out of a lineup, when you make those pitches when they have runners on, and that's the part where you like, and he was able to do that.
Sydney,
nicely.
Australia.
You mentioned he moved up a day short
doing,
with the
mate?
Thursday start. We're talking with pitching coach Matt Hobbs before the game, and he said his goal
Hope you're
coming in
having,
was to start Gabe Gackle tonight.
Is it morning there
Gackle has
in
dealt
Australia?
with some inconsistencies. Sometimes it's been tied to his illness, including being sick against Florida, where he only went an inning and a third. And now Gackel's got 8 starts to his name, came out of the bullpen twice on the road against Alabama. And this is a guy who could be a difference maker for Arkansas.
And that's where, when you look at the struggles that Arkansas has, they're used to having that lockdown guy at the top of the rotation, and that's what they thought Gabe Gackel would be. I mean, the numbers aren't bad. You saw 3.98 ERA, but that's not the lockdown guy they thought they would have. So,
yeah,
a little reset in the bullpen we mentioned,
did
and I like that because
a fantastic job.
No thinking. It's like, hey, get
hell of a
loose. All
lineup,
right, now it's
for
time to
sure.
go. Right? You're not thinking about your start for 5 days ahead of time. So, like to see that and look for him to get back on track. Because, I mean, it's a guy that's, when you talk about stuff, 95 with the fastball, mixes the slider, curveball change, not afraid to throw any pitch at any count, and all 4 of those pitches are elite. So he's got the stuff. A lot of it just comes down to confidence.
And health, and that one just away, 1-1. Hasn't been at its strongest over the course of this season. The Florida and Auburn starts back-to-back. He only covered 5 1/3 and allowed 7 earned runs combined. Caught the edge against Allen. Some guys are just better without having to think about being a starting pitcher.
It's true. I mean, like the mind is a tough thing on especially a baseball player, because you can talk yourself in a good outing and out of a good outing.
That's a fair ball. Beautiful backhand by Poppy.
Good
and
job,
a fantastic
Poppy.
play to retire Allen.
Good D. Good D. Man,
This
he's
is the
coming
type
up.
of play
He's
when you're
coming
a pitcher
around.
that is trying to get back on track. I mean, you get a good ground ball. Watch this play from Pompey. Look, back behind third base, not only the pick, but the strong throw. No doubt that's an out. I mean, if that ball goes off the glove, you're going to have first, I mean, you're going to have second and third with 1 out, opportunity for Georgia to put up some runs.
Now facing Bryce Callaway. Pardon me, this would be Auriak who pinch
Straight
hitting,
up.
and it's popped up in foul territory and out of play.
Out of play.
So Wes Johnson moving the pieces around, going with a pinch hitter here.
You know, Oriot's normally they're starting first baseman, especially with right-handed starters. So it was a tough left-on-left matchup with Dees, but the moment the Hogs went to the right-hander, like you just mentioned, Wes Johnson pulls the trigger.
5 home runs on the season, and he's down to the count 0-2. What's Gackel go with here?
Showed a little all speed right there. I'm looking at that slider down or fastball away off the plate.
Late on 95.
Well, you get him thinking out there now. He showed
you
a little
bust him in
change
with
up.
that
I wouldn't waste
slider.
that. I'd go back foot, slider, if you feel it. Now, he knows what he feels like, so he might be going right back to the heater.
Got him.
Got him looking at the slider. Gackel comes out of the bullpen and sets down the too many faces.
You and the
This is
announcer
the Gabe
called it.
Gackel they
Yep.
need.
Yeah.
Played enough ball that I know what was coming there. Good pitch, Gabe. That away.
The Gack attack.
Everybody wants a cheeseburger. $11:47 a.m. on Friday. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us all the way over there from Sydney. Hope everything's going good for you over there. And the Sarge salutes you for becoming a member, for sure. Kurt with a $20 super chat. From Kurt, what turnaround on the season so far? We'll pick Shuey from West Lafayette / Purdue University tonight. Appreciate you, Kurt. You are helping my daughter get to Atlanta, sir, and I appreciate that very much. Again, all the super chats will go towards helping my daughter's fundraise to get to Atlanta for her FFA national championship. We will not listen to that right this second yet. Jeff, thank you. We appreciate that. I try, man. I just like to everybody have fun and have a place to hang out.
8 straight years where it's 18-plus victories. Like, that's just unheard of.
Yeah. Volchko going back to work. Last 3 games he's thrown 105, 96, and 102 respectively against Florida, Mississippi State, and South Carolina.
She plays for Huntsville. She's on the softball team, and she does FFA.
No matter
too,
what,
Justin.
right? If he's able to sneak out another inning and they still end up losing, the bullpen only has to soak up 2. So
I'm not sure.
As the Friday night guy,
Justin,
you obviously want to
exactly
get the win, set the tone.
But they won state
you also saved the
yesterday.
bullpen, you did your job.
And now we're getting them ready to go to Atlanta for nationals. I'll ask her, Justin, and get back with you on that.
So Zach Brown and Jackson Peavy getting loose in the Georgia bullpen. Peavy, the lefty. Hunter pitches now. For Joey Volchko threw 32 of them in the opening frame.
And that's what you look at as a pitching coach and going like, hey, yes, that first inning was
appreciate
stressful.
that, my boy.
When you think about the rest of the game, there haven't been that many stressful pitches. You know, you got a guy on early, they moved him over, and they got him in on a sac fly, right? Nothing big hurt him. Wasn't really tough to pitch through that.
I think the thing that, Wes Johnson's going to wrestle with is, and obviously he's more focused on the pitching. That's his background. But because this offense is so potent and they score 9.5 runs a game, a 3-run deficit is nothing to this Georgia team.
Yeah, well, they're going up against Arkansas.
So. Over the century mark here in the 6th inning. Now you're kind of stuck. Like, do we go to our better arms out of the bullpen? Do we throw off a little bit? And there's so many different elements you got to worry about, including how good Gackel has looked so far after just coming out of the pen. That'll be the end of the line for Volchko.
There he goes. Goodbye.
After the leadoff walk to Susan, they're calling the Hogs here in Fayetteville.
Calling the Hogs.
.104 pitches for Volchko, and he'll give way to Zach Brown. 5-2 Arkansas.
Zach Brown band's coming in. That's what we wasn't doing earlier and when we were in that slump. Taking bats like that where we were making the pitcher work. We were getting ourselves out by swinging at garbage and letting the pitcher get away with that stuff. Now we have seemed to turn that corner a little bit to where we're taking better at bats, we're getting the deeper in counts and being more patient at the plate, and at the same time having production. which is the two key things I think you got to do to be a consistently good ball team. So it's good to see that we finally seem to figure that out. Miss Terry, good to see ya. Beatrice said not the Zach Brown band.
Goes in the water.
If you watch enough streams, you see Sarge says some pretty silly stuff. A little bit of chicken fried. There you go. On a Saturday night.
Pretty sure that's a cold beer on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, something like that. I was trying not to get copyrighted.
You can sing the song. You won't get copyrighted. Good Lord.
I know.
They'd be like, yeah, we're not even going to copyright this guy. This is terrible. It's off key.
Yes, they would. They would definitely be like, yo, bro,
Slider
please.
that just disappears. You see here.
Yeah, we'll send you a 5 not to sing
Watch
that
out.
again, please.
Love the fact that he was able to stick around.
You want to talk about losing viewers?
Pitch
That
deep
would
into the ball
definitely
game
lose
after
viewers.
such a tough first inning.
Mr.
That's
Jingles, hey Sarge,
as
would
much
you
of the
shout out my
bullpen. I know
son,
he's frustrated
Grayson?
a little bit
He
of
would love it.
walking that guy.
Hey,
leaving the
Grayson,
runner on base,
hope
but,
everything's
man,
doing
you
good.
Think about it, after how it started, how it looked, he settled in nicely.
A big shout out from the Sarge.
A run for Volchko. 6 straight Ks at one point.
From
He struck out
Mr.
7 out of 8.
Jangles.
He'll give it up to Santa Ana's Zach Brown, 6'5", 220.
College
coming out of
football
the Georgia
Grayson.
should start before Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
In 2027.
Making his 10th appearance, 2-0 with a 3.7
start a little earlier.
3-1 strikeout
Yeah,
to
it
walk
said it
ratio.
would, the proposed would mean that
He's
the
gonna attack hitters
postseason
with
would
the
change
fastball.
up.
Yeah,
So
we
maybe
do that
more-
every now and then,
93
B-Trap, when we
range,
go
mixes
through the
cutter,
movie,
slider,
famous movie
occasional
lines and try to
changeup.
guess.
So you're going to see that especially to the lefties.
Chase Sousa back to the bag. He's got a swipe tonight.
Volchko's
got to feel a lot different how he finished versus how he started for sure.
And that's what you take to the next start, right? Yes, there's things you got to work on, and like Coach Johnson said in his interview, like, yeah, he looked amped, so those are the things like, hey, well, next start it's on the road. If it's a hostile environment, yes, you want to be hyped up and ready to go, but you can't let that affect you, and so you'll learn
no
that.
problem, Mr. Jangles.
But there is some positive to take to the next outing.
Explained it earlier, very few hostile road starts for Volchko, even in his college career going back to his days at Stanford.
Well, you mentioned, 30-something starts and only 11 on the road?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Styles, say hi to my dad, Terry. Mr. Terry.
Meanwhile, Brown's
Hello
been a
from the
part-time
Sarge.
starter this season.
Hope
He's
you're having
got
a great
4
evening.
starts under his belt. All in the non-conference. Runs inside, 1-1. Brown in SEC play, 3 innings
You are
and 3
correct, Robert.
appearances. Has allowed 3 earned. Those 3 earned came against on the road at Texas A&M, all in one game, and appeared in games 1 and 3 of the Florida series. Keeping a close eye on Nolan Souza. Florida's taken game 1 from Auburn 6-3. They've gone final in Gainesville already. That one almost got Souza. But Kevin
That's new, sir. Souza's on
team
first.
they play, they're unbelievable. They're 11-1 against top 25 opponents this season. It's the best in Division I baseball, but they have suffered some head-scratching losses as well.
Very head-scratching losses this week. One to the Bethune-Cookman, who's on a roll, right? LSU, they beat LSU. They've beaten South Florida this year.
Bethune-Cookman undefeated in SEC play?
I don't know if I have to go fact-check that, but that sounds right.
Just as many or more throws over to first as have come home in this one. Sousa 10 for 12 on the bases this year.
On the first more than he's pitched.
Yep. Yeah, Micah, I have to correct him every now and then.
There goes Sousa. Pitch is low.
He's safe.
And Jackson throwing the hip. Wynn thought they'd gotten him.
She said, no, you didn't.
Well, there's just a bit of hesitation from Jackson before that throw down, and that was the difference.
Boy, man, you talk about that, how many picks to go, look, hey, I don't care how many picks you pick. The moment you pick that leg up, I'm taking it. Nice job by Sousa.
I'll chug a gallon of
Rounds
milk.
2-2. Waved at. And that'll do it for New. One down. Well, when Cody Rhodes is in Trash and TV Studios, he and Randy Orton will be fighting for the WWE Undisputed Championship. That's this weekend in Vegas.
Oh, will they be?
WrestleMania 42. You can stream it on the ESPN app using the
Thank you
ESPN
for that,
Unlimited
ESPN.
plan.
We appreciate
Sign
that.
up or log in
Very
with
much.
your TV provider to
That
unlock
we don't
your
care
access.
about the
Coverage begins at 6
WWE
Eastern, 3 Pacific
WrestleMania
on
in
ESPN2
Vegas
tomorrow
on any day.
and on
Oh,
ESPN
smoked
Sunday.
it.
Hot shot to short. No chance for the double up as Aloy is now 0 for 3.
All right.
Get that?
Yeah, he smoked it right to him.
Well, this is when the game seemed to just, pour in on you. You finally get an opportunity. You get one in the zone, put the barrel to it, and it's a line drive to the shortstop.
Come on, little municipality.
John Cena don't wrestle no more. I could care less.
You
And now
can't
Reese
see me.
Robinette's 1 for 2.
You can't see John Cena. He's standing over there by the Arkansas Athletics sign.
Mm-hmm.
He's right underneath John Neighbors.
Mentioned that Robinette is from Kennett, Missouri. Do you know the most famous former resident of Kennett?
I do not.
He won Sheryl Crow. College baseball fan David Nail, also from Kennett, country music star. He was at the Texas and A&M series last weekend. There's a triangle there between Kennett and Brownsville, Tennessee, and Dias, Arkansas, where you have Sheryl Crow, Johnny Cash's Boys at Home, and Tina Turner's
Why did I just
Museum.
eyeball that spot looking for him? That went over my head.
How about that for a musical road trip? Swing and a miss for Robinette, 2-2.
So obviously we're talking about southern Missouri, or where are we at with that?
Yeah, southeast Missouri, the Boot Heel,
Okay.
right across the.
Yeah, the Hogfather. I don't know how much smaller we can
Tennessee right
get,
there.
buddy. Little
Right to the
community.
Cottonfields. Listen to the music.
There's his patented roll over to first base.
Still 2-2. Three-run
He might
lead
as
in
well
the
just
sixth.
bunt every time. Something's not going with him good this year.
Arkansas is 19-0 this season when leading after 6 innings. .92-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. Golfed into center field. And a little hop made for the catch. Leadoff walk, doesn't do any damage.
he hit it that
Runner
time.
stranded. 6 complete. Arkansas 5-2.
Yeah, Greg. It's definitely like his bat's too heavy for him or something, because he is he really dragging it through.
Need to get him one of those drop 5 bats.
Yeah.
A child's bat.
Little cul-de-sac.
Little cul-de-sac. We want him to do good, though.
Yeah. I would love nothing more than him get hot and start smashing the ball, but
It's just not going his way this year.
that's right, Mark. Absolutely. And they threw 300 pitches a game. Bree said dead end street.
I think he just dips in his hips too much when he goes to. He tries to golf swing at it too much.
If you guys hear something flopping around in the background, that's just one of my cats is attacking his toy like he's a lion. He thinks he's really doing something.
Bill, it's been a while since you've.
Corey, what's up, buddy?
Enjoy your
Glad to
breakfast
see
this
you.
morning?
I really did.
Glad you're off work.
Chip pancakes,
Yeah,
right?
you're the first adult I've seen have a full stack of pancakes with 2 sets of syrup cups in a while.
Did I go 2?
In my mind, you did.
Okay. I really wanted to go 2.
Here's Ryan Wynn. He homered earlier this game. And he sends a line drive to right field. One
Zach
down.
Stewart off tonight?
Another shakeup near the top of the D1 baseball top 25. 4 SEC teams were in the top 10 last week. All 4
Heck, put
lost their
Stu at
series.
first base.
In fact, Alabama and Mississippi State dropped out of the top 10.
Now you put him in right field.
So it's the first
and put
time since
Rutenbart
April
first
of
if you're gonna
19
do
that there are no SEC teams in the top 3 in the D1 poll. UCLA.
Since 19?
Yeah.
Oh my
UCLA,
gosh.
Georgia Tech, and then North Carolina. And by the way, Georgia Tech and North Carolina will play in Chapel Hill this weekend. Be the first time 3 ACC opponents have met as top 3 opponents since the 08 Men's College World Series. Shallow left, late jump,
Good
and
job,
a
Ruiz.
stumbling grab made by Damian Ruiz.
That's not stumbling. He dove for it. Come on, man. Tired of you giving our Arkansas
Colby
players no
Branch
love.
Man, if we would have
Hog faithful.
had Ruiz catching that one ball
just off
last
the end of
year.
the bat, slider, good pitch, down and away. Branch gets enough
Watch
of it.
him
but
stumble. He
those are
dives
the
for it
tough
on
ones
purpose
when
like
it's
that.
it's
the way he had to
loud.
do
It looks like it's going to be
Way
hit
to go
farther,
get it, Ruiz.
But off the end of the bat, Ruiz closes in nicely.
Yeah, see, the second guy said he closes in nicely. The other
Yeah.
guy's like, oh, he's tripping and
Yeah.
bumbling
And Ryan
and
Black takes
stumbling.
a strike.
Tired of
Like
them.
what you're seeing from Gabe Gackle if you're in the Razorback dugout. Coming in, attacking the strike zone, multiple pitches.
This could be a big piece to the puzzle for Arkansas this year. Didn't go.
Yeah, right, Roy? Roy?
We'd have heard about it in tomorrow's game, too.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And now 3-1. Black, the 9-hole hitter.
Let's go
Can't
get him now,
retire him.
Gabe.
You'll hit
Don't put
the
nobody
best
on
hitters
base.
in the SEC
No
with
free
Phelps
ones.
on deck.
There you
Down
go.
the line and
Foul.
foul.
Now, you can get him now. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to need you to stop bouncing around. You're going to disturb the stream,
Freebie.
Mr. Man.
I can't even hear it.
Oh, you can't?
Can we get that jersey?
Let's
This
say
weekend?
he's-
That's a
He's throwing his body all over the
beautiful
floor,
Yes.
jumping around after that thing.
Did you get a chance to watch
It's
any
strange,
of
too,
the
because usually he
Texas
doesn't come
versus
in my
Tide?
office much.
The 1983 National Championship.
Just the uniforms. I mean,
Just feeling a little frisky tonight, I guess.
beautiful, man. You know, some of the Miami ones, the Oklahoma State uniforms.
Got him.
Curveball
Thank
one.
you.
Black retired.
Great
Gackel
job,
has faced
Gack.
5 batters. He has retired all 5 that he's faced.
Well, again, I talked about coming in, throwing
Beautiful
strikes, when in
pitch.
doubt, hook 'em.
Curveball.
Right there, another strike.
Sit down, meat. Excellent job. Pacer, I don't know why they're playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. They did that a couple weeks ago too, but that was for Easter. I don't know what they're doing it for this time. Yeah, Claudia, I see. Sometimes you just have to give them a chance.
Just how some people are. Better out of the bullpen.
Dietz started. Corey Dubs. Dirty Dietz. I know there was supposed to be some weather tomorrow too. Maybe they left Sunday open just in case they have to play a makeup day. But I mean, I don't know, man. Easton, I kind of like having Gabe in the back end of a game like this. He's reliable. He's got that, starter stuff, but yet can get you multiple innings.
Leads Georgia 5-2. Georgia 0 for 3
V-Trap,
with runners in
she's an
scoring position
FFA,
tonight.
and she won state. And
TJ Poppy coming to the plate.
she's going to Atlanta in June for nationals. So I just
Fireworks smoke.
told her I would dedicate all the super chats from now until the end of May for her to raise her money to go to
Were you in Hoover a few
Atlanta
years ago
for
when
that
we had
trip.
a night session fogged out?
Not asking for anybody to super chat. I'm
You
just
miss
saying
out.
if you do, that's what you know it's going towards.
To short. Branch has it, and Poppy retired. 1 down.
So fog, man, the fog just came rolling in.
The fog came rolling in. I think it was probably, right before
Sarge,
the start of the last game.
Have you ever heard of the rapper NF?
No.
We waited, and finally
You
said,
should listen to him sometime.
everybody go home.
No.
It was already
I
like
don't
11
very much
o'clock.
like
Yes.
Oh, those late
rap
night
anymore.
games.
It's
And if I'm not mistaken,
no
it was-
curse words.
It was
No, I'm not.
Florida
I
playing
mean,
in
I
that
don't
game.
care about that in the music, but just not hardly
So
my
what do you
thing
make
anymore.
of Florida right now? Like
I-
you mentioned the fact that they're now 11-1
It's good,
against
I
the top
promise.
To be
25.
truthful, I don't
I'll
listen to
do-
much music at all
Included a 2-game
anymore.
sweep at Miami.
I don't have time.
But they also lost the series to High Point. They were swept at Alabama. Blew a late lead in the rubber game against Ole Miss.
You've got a UAB loss, Bethune-Cookman loss. I mean, it's one of those where you go, what weekend is it?
They are 10-6.
Right.
They're second place in the league.
Such doom and gloom, and you're going, what? But we're second place. I think they have arguably one of the best rotations in the game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is
That's
smoked by
smoked.
Rodeman towards the scoreboard.
Rutenberg
And
Popeye.
Oh my God! That thing's gone. Pacer called it.
Carter Rodenbar with a 403-foot home run.
Popeye, baby. Insurance run.
Second of the season, but that looked like a guy who's got 20 of them.
Yeah, a little change up. Look at that. Stays up in
was
the
all
zone,
over that
right
one.
belt high. And you're right. that
Mustard,
does look like a
baby,
guy that says,
mustard.
no, I got a lot more pop than 2 home runs. I'm used to doing this. But the question, if it was out of here, is the question: would it clear the big scoreboard out there in right field?
Bust out the scoreboard for all I care, as long as you hit it.
Yeah.
That is now
It's not my money that goes to pay that thing, fix that thing.
Arkansas here in the 7th, and that'll give you a little bit of wiggle room at the top of the order, due up for.
Oh, Helfrich wants one now.
Yeah.
A little good one, best bat boy in the league. One and two now.
Ooh, what? He has given us some pitches tonight that were kind
he's
of
telling
iffy.
you, that's what
as far as you're going to go out there.
Hey, you give that to my guy, too.
Pitch tonight. I haven't gotten it, so don't go any further out there.
Two to Helfrich.
Uh-oh.
He blasts it to left.
Uh-oh.
Back is Allen, standing at the track.
Oh,
and
he
makes
just
the catch.
missed it.
Oh, the wind caught it, I bet you.
Well, it should
I
have
bet
helped
the
it,
wind
actually.
shifted.
Mark Faithful thought they were going to get some more fireworks.
39 degrees coming off.
Oh, it's
the bat.
dead. The wind died.
Just a little bit off the end of the bat. You
No.
can tell he hustled out of the box. He knew he didn't get it fully. But as a pitcher, you see your left fielder run back towards you. You're like, uh-oh.
And now Camden Kojal.
Let's go,
Elston
Captain
top
Armadillo.
25 tonight. Virginia won at home against Clemson 6-4. And BYU smoked Arizona State 19-9. Arizona State came in 23rd in the country.
How about the year that Landon Harrison is having? Son of former big leaguer Scott Harrison.
Yeah, probably
nephew
so.
of Jerry
RS
Harrison
Golf,
Jr. And I mean, like the Harrison
that will make a
family
big
tree,
difference.
Unbelievable in the amount of big league appearances they have. But he's off, what, 23 jacks?
Yeah, 23 home runs, 17 doubles. He's got 23 home runs, only 17 strikeouts, and an OPS of 1556.
Love the nickname, Harry Bonds.
You said you watched that.
Throw another cement mixer up there like that again and see what happens.
A little bit of it. I didn't get all the way through it.
Arizona State was there with Bonds in 83,
Well, I mean, you're talking about Oda B. McDowell was also there. Barry Larkin and Chris Sabo were on Michigan's team. No, man, you talk about the talent in that 83 World Series was really, really cool. Especially when you're a fan of the game, right? You see some of those guys that I grew up watching, and all of a sudden I know some players that have played on that 83 Alabama team. Former pitching coach in the league, Alan Dunn, who was at LSU for years. He was my bullpen coach in Baltimore. He pitched 6 shutout innings for the Tide to put him into the finals, you know, when they had the opportunity to face Clemson again.
That was a good pitch.
Kojal goes down swinging, but Zach Brown gave up this one to Carter Rutenbar.
Yeah, how about this? Home run number 2 on the year. The fireworks came out. Absolute lift and separate for Rutenbar.
You ready? What do you say, girls?
Oh, not the view.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
I did hear that.
Yeah, because he closed the door on himself. I'm sorry, you closed the door on yourself, buddy. All right. You're lucky it's commercial.
Hey! Let me out of here.
Had to open my Jason Pittman. Appreciate you becoming a member of the Siren Squad. Welcome to the family. Had to open a door for him so he could get out. He was looking for, or she was looking for her sister, I guess. Her sister stays hidden all the time, though. And my 2 dogs are sitting right outside the door thinking, hey, why can't I get in and get by your feet like I always am? Got a damn animal farm here. And all of them are rescues. Just been dropped off.
Not to mention your white bears outside.
Yeah, we got some polar bears outside for sure.
Back, but man, we got the multiple color, wrist tape. Look at the batting tape, the elbow protector.
And he delivers another hit. It's a multi-hit game for Trey Phelps at the top of the order. And the year of the catcher, when we get this matchup, Daniel Jackson.
Easton, I did too, actually.
Helfrich behind the plate. Look at this talent spread throughout college baseball, starting with Brennan Brock and Norman. Von Lackey at Georgia Tech and Carson Tinney. Transferred in from Notre Dame, now at Texas.
There's only one guy. It's Ryder Helfrich.
Game where
Calm down.
Von Lackey played all 8 positions except pitcher, just showing you how athletic. When you talk about the year of the catcher, he's like, catcher, how about the year of the utility guy? I could do anything you asked me to.
Do you think he's Jose Oquendo or something?
I don't know, but 8, getting the chance to play 8, and then he finished it with catcher. I'm like, Coach, can I start catching and get out there and not have to go back to it at the end of the game when you're already tired?
That's a good point. Georgia uses an offensive timeout here with Phelps aboard and Jackson due up.
I hate to hear that, Mark.
If nothing else, trying to break up the rhythm of Gabe Gackle.
Oh, man. Sorry, Mark. Yeah, that's tough.
Had retired 5 straight before the base hit by Phelps.
We had a dog like that. Zoe, we got when our kids were little bitty, and she died not long ago, and she lived a long, spoiled life, but it was still tough because she was like another one of our kids.
Home run tonight.
So I know that's tough, buddy.
My grandparents
we're getting close to where
took
they
over
may use Ethan
Shih Tzu
McElvain.
from my dad because his yard was so bad with like fleas and stuff, and they could never get it down. Shih Tzus have long hair.
Get away with not using McElvain.
Well, this is what they talked about wanting.
They had him from 2011.
Get Gackle's stamina up
till
right?
this past big ice storm that came in.
Why make a change? Let him keep going because if he can all of a sudden get more innings and feel good about himself,
spoiled rotten.
Then he can go back into the rotation and you feel really good.
McElvain is getting loose in the Arkansas bullpen right now.
Big
Gackle's
lovin',
21 pitches.
Getting loose.
He threw 40 pitches against Alabama last time out. Fly ball to Rumbar in right. 1 down. So
Rumbar's a Swiss
the
Army knife,
Vanderbilt
man.
transfer, the veteran left-hander.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
And he doesn't look like he's just getting loose.
When you were sleeping.
With determination down there. You got a lefty, O'Shaughnessy, due up.
You ever seen the movie Swiss Army Man?
No.
He also had Oriach sitting in the 6th spot. So after this guy, you got 2 of 3 lefties. So he reaches. I wouldn't be shocked to see McElwain come in here.
1-0 to Lujo. He is 1 for 3, struck out his first 2 times up.
Yeah, Easton would have helped for sure.
And a slider hit into center field that advances Phelps to second.
Well, Tom, this Georgia Bulldog offense is not going to go away easily. I mean, that swing right there by Lujo, not trying to do too much. When you're talking about, you just mentioned, first 2 appearances, punch outs.
I think he let the bat do more work than he did.
Drives to center field, just shooting the ball right back where
Love
it came
the movie
from.
Small Soldiers.
Passing the baton to the next guy.
Well, I'm a little surprised they don't go to McElvain here. And now they're buying some time. Dave Van Horn and Matt Hobbs are on the horn with the bullpen right now. Georgia just 2 for 11 with runners on tonight. And that's been the difference in this one. The offense came from a
What was
pair of
that?
solo home runs.
Sarge, you might remember this movie. Was it Little Indian in the Cupboard?
Yeah, I know.
See if McIlvain is ready.
Little, you sound like a movie.
Calling in the ordinance, and he is. And Dave Van
I
Horn
don't
will make the walk
know
to
if that's
the
an
mound,
exact name.
Arkansas will go to the bullpen.
Movie or not.
Well, Gackel retired the first 5 that he faced, and he got 24 pitches in tonight, bridging the gap to get to their closer. McIlvain will try to nail this thing down and see if he can find the last 5 outs of the game against one of the nation's most proficient offenses. 6-2, the Arkansas lead. Back in a moment after this call to the bullpen.
Just Indian in the Cupboard. Well, he was little too. I can't say that I have B-Traf.
Vanderbilt transfer, 6'4", 250. And Matt Hobbs got him. And in the chat that they had while Arkansas was in Omaha getting ready for the College World Series, they had about a 20-minute meeting. The first thing he said is, you don't need 5 pitches. We're going to boil it down. Boy, have they simplified, and it has paid off. 3-0 with a 1.40 ERA and a 5-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, I mean, he is pounding the strike zone. You talk about intimidating presence. I mean, he's out there at the Fu Manchu. You see the size, and he's coming right at you. It's fastball cutter. Guess what? Nothing else, right? He's mixed in a little slider, a curveball every now and then, but it is 98% fastball or cutter coming in really at about, for the most part, 89 to 96 miles an hour. And so you just got to be geared up, ready to go.
And ready to face the nation's home run leaders. 20% more than the number 2 on the list. 102 home runs for Georgia, including a pair of solo shots tonight. And in a 4-run game, Bulldogs have Phelps at second and Lujo at first. Here's Michael O'Shaughnessy. He's got double-digit home runs. It was a whirlwind recruitment for Ethan McIlvain, put together by this Arkansas coaching staff. And man, has it paid off.
It just shows you sometimes guys just need a new scene, right? Maybe different voice in their ear. And like you said, how Coach Hobbs said that, right? Hey, like, let's scrap all these other things and let's really focus on 2 pitches and make those as good as they can be. And if that happens and we need to expand more, we can. But right now it's shown, hey, 2 pitches is good enough. He's getting it done.
1-1 to O'Shaughnessy. There's the Arkansas pitching coach. The staff has been together for a long time, and that continuity has paid off in numerous ways.
Oh, you can just feel the trust factor.
Got him.
And a swing and a miss with the slider to set down O'Shaughnessy.
Again, there's no guessing. It's fastball, little cutter slider. I mean, it's a bigger cutter, so it kind of does play like that slider, but he's coming right at you, and you know it, and he feels like, hey, my stuff is better than you, and I love the way he approaches it.
Here's Henry Allen. Allen 0 for 3.
It's just inner third, 94. Like, here you go. I'm going to give you my best. If you feel like you can get it, go get it. But that's just trust in your stuff.
Part-time starter over 2 years at Vandy. Strictly out of the pen this year.
And then that also shows you, too, like, hey, you know, these coaches now, they'll start to go analytics. They watch the shape of pitches and go like, man, they just felt like, hey, he would play much better out of the bullpen. And obviously that's been a great thing for him to move into the bullpen. The stuff has ticked up a little bit. The results a lot.
He kind of has the look of a reliever.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also, too, comes in, you know, the heavy metal kind of music and just the way he looks. But it's also, I mean, there's a lot of energy and effort behind it. It's not like it's okay, hey, let's just pitch here and I'm going to get 6-7 innings. Like, he's full go pretty much on all his pitches. And so as a reliever, you can do that because he might stretch out 2 innings, but for the most part, he can let it eat.
Season high 52 pitches in long relief against Florida. That one all the way to the backstop. Ball 4 anyway. And so Georgia always dangerous now with the bases loaded. It's a Georgia team that leads the nation in home runs. Kolkonarski's going to pinch hit. Senior from Chino Hills, California. And that one gets to the backstop. Racing home is Phelps, and the throw gets all the way back to the mound. Back-to-back pitches to the backstop for McIlvain.
You can see something happens with his foot. He has trouble getting out of that position. That's why he's not home. But look at the backup by Reese Robinette right there, allowing not an opportunity for another run to score.
And so Matt Hobbs out to chat with him after seeing the spike get caught.
All I know now is we're one swing of the bat from a tie ball game.
What happened?
I don't know. It looked like the knee twisted a little bit. It was on the finish. And I think that's what caused him to be a little late covering home. Don't think they get him anyway, but
sure.
Just looks like, oh, you know, he's not paying attention, not trying to hustle or get home.
Last 2 have made it to the backstop. One was ball 4, one was a wild pitch, and he corrects it. 93 for a strike. Parker Coyle getting loose for Arkansas.
Yeah, just getting the hitter uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Back-to-back balls off the backstop, and then you dot one up on the bottom of the zone.
Coyle and McIlvain each have a couple of saves this season for the Hogs. And ran on Helfrich a little bit, 2-1.
Settle down and breathe, McLovin.
Luho the runner at third, Allen at second.
There you go.
In for a strike. 3-2 pitch, 2 out in the 8th. Pulled to third, gobbled up by Poppy, and that will end the frame. Wild pitch is able to get one home. It's a 3-run game as we go to the bottom of the 8th in Fayetteville.
Now get yourself right. Get this last 3 outs. You guys done a pretty good job. I haven't even asked tonight. We're at 359 likes. Might probably gonna get to smooth 400 before the game was over. Y'all rocking that button tonight.
Growing up, my childhood number has always been number 42, and so, you know, why not end my college career as number 42? So I think that's pretty cool.
And so Ruiz will lead off the 8th. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Dodgers and Mets last night. Great presentation on ESPN. Jackie Robinson Day. UCLA played a midweek with UC Santa Barbara on Tuesday. And they, of course, honored the former Bruin by wearing number 42. 4 Sports Star at UCLA.
Those UCLA threads were really,
like
really
the
nice.
throwbacks?
Yeah, I like the throwbacks. And that was really cool. Obviously, there was parts of the year where only certain players were able to wear 42, and then the league eventually adopted where every single jersey worn that day was going to be 42, and had the opportunity to wear that with the Dodgers. And so, you know, anytime you think of you're wearing 42, but you also have the Dodgers in front, exactly like he did. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Ooh, that was a ball.
Ruiz had a patellar tendon strain 2 weeks ago. Was expected to miss a month, but came back in a hurry. A couple of starts against Alabama last weekend. Brown misses away, 2-2. Zach Brown just the second pitcher to be used by Georgia tonight. Joey Volsko got the start, gave him 5. Foul territory. O'Shaughnessy gives a look and got there in time. Week 4 UFL schedule continues Saturday on ABC and the ESPN app. The DC Defenders play host to the Battlehawks of St. Louis, 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Central on ABC, and as always on the ESPN app. Well, if this score holds, Arkansas
try to pronounce that, but appreciate you becoming a member of the Sarge Squad. Welcome to the family.
Walker Stadium since 2018. Would be 3-1 this year. Nolan Sousa skies it to the left side. Branch roams underneath, but called off. Allen handles it, 2 down.
Not yet, real life. Little Rascal's got 6 days,
now
whether
by
they like it
Brown,
or
going
not. He's
back
coming
to
in
the
6 days.
Boom bar home run. And he's set down 8 of the last 9.
Yeah, I don't know, Greg. I wouldn't have called that an offer, but it could have been.
News swings at the first. Tough play.
That's swinging
Phelps
bunt right
couldn't
there.
quite find it. And he had to deal with Brown coming off the mound. So the ball, hat, and shades all end up in the same place.
That was one of those just do or die. Great pitch right off the knuckles. Little swinging bunt. Phelps goes bare hand, not able to make the play. Going to be a tough play anyway because New out of the box, hustling. And you can see he's already halfway down the line. We won't have to make an outstanding play. But yeah, the hat, the glasses all fall off right by the ball.
Total yard sale.
Got those shades just in case the sun peeks back out.
You never know.
Never know what happens.
Know. Better safe than sorry. Rather have them than not have them. Even at 9:40.
Well, as dirty as they are, you ain't going to see out of them. Good Lord.
Cahillo Lloyd trying to get it going, 0 for 3, even though he's coming off a decent series, swinging the bat.
Yeah, he's hanging off real life.
See if he can take some of that.
He's all the way down in position. He just doesn't want to make that final move.
Line out to short last at bat. That's the tough part about baseball. You have one of those at bats where you finally find a barrel, you square it up, then you're still over because you line out, not letting that affect the next swing. Thinking, hey, like take that positive swing, move on to the next at bat.
A little something off that one, huh?
Yeah, it looked like he dropped down a little bit too on that slider. That's the one pitch you're starting to see called a lot more. The breaking ball up in the zone. Umpires used to give up on it. Now they're sticking with it longer. That to me is going to bring the big overhand curveball back to play.
Interesting.
Because if you can land that curveball at the top of the zone, most guys are going to give up on it. Right? The slider stays a lot more on the same plane, but if that big breaking ball can get to the top of the zone.
There goes the runner, no throw. And New now 10 for 12 this year.
If I'm Daniel Jackson, I'm going to, walk into that pitcher's meeting like, hey guys, can y'all just give me a shot? I mean, like, look at the high leg kick right here from Brown. I mean, that ball's going all the way up past the belt. Can we mix in a slide step? Because it is your runs, and I have no shot to throw a guy out.
Aloy 0 for 3 tonight. Arkansas is 15-1 this season when leading after 8. And Aloy caught looking. Headed to the 9th without a lead and being tied for Georgia for just the 6th time this season. They're looking for their first win in this scenario. Down 3.
You got to take what they're giving you, I guess. For the most part, he seemed to call a pretty good game, though. I would love to see some of these pitches on ADS. See how bad that these calls really are. Yeah, D Black, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, dude, why would you say that? Just shut up. That's the second time you said that, too, in the late innings. Yeah, Sean, it's tough because it's going to make him want to start swinging at that again. Ugh. Claudia, I don't know because he tends to give up home runs. But
just gotten its runs across.
I think McLovin starts the inning. If he gets a runner on, then you go to Coyle.
That was after a 3-run Arkansas first. And
but I got faith in McLovin.
Late to start the ninth. They also got a solo home run from Daniel Jackson, and Trey Phelps scrambled home on a wild pitch in the 8th. Ethan McElvain trying to close it out for the Hogs, and a first pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Arkansas has only lost one game when leading going into the ninth.
All right, dude, enough, bro.
The game where they have their largest blown lead of the season. Gave up a 2-run lead on the road at Missouri State and lost that game 15-14.
Good Lord.
Nothing in 2 now to win.
Gosh.
Is he trying to get the mojo? I mean, for God's sakes.
Talking the talk at this point.
Georgia leads the nation in home runs. 1 and 2.
That's a good one. Good 0-2 pitch. Good miss. You can see Helfrich throws the mitt out there, nods his head like, hey, that's exactly where I wanted it from you.
Upstairs.
You wanted the exact same pitch. You wanted to go right back to it. A lot of times, as a pitcher, we see a hitter take that, and you're going, man, how did you take that? You throw the exact same pitch. It doesn't have to be better, and the hitter won't take it the second time.
And a swing and a miss at 94.
Good pitch.
1 down.
How about the 10th strikeout for the Hogs tonight? 94, let it eat outside. Sometimes you just got to trust the old number 1.
If you hit it, you can name it.
Up to Colby Branch now to keep this thing going.
Domino violator, Ricky.
Whoa. Branch started his college career.
You would
Baylor.
think the way the announcers are talking,
Thompson,
we would lose him.
Brother of Arkansas assistant coach Nate Thompson. 2-0.
DJ Fig, appreciate you for coming, member of the Star Squad. Welcome
Led
to
the Bears in average
family.
home runs, RBIs.
Razorback fan 80.
1 double away from
Welcome
the freshman
to the
record.
family.
That was back in 2023. Two and 1. McElvain's keeping it simple, huh?
Well, you want to know if you have a good fastball? 2-1, center cut, middle, and you blow it by a veteran hitter like Colby Branch.
It goes right back to it.
Change that eye level.
Two to Branch. Put some spin on this one or go right back to 94?
I think he's going to put a little spin on it, especially 3-2. Just a little cutter. Think middle, in, let it go onto the hands. I just said, how about middle in heater?
Bottom third of the order, 2 for 9 tonight. Branch has one of those hits, and he drew a walk. And a payoff again. Miss low.
That's good AB right there by Branch. Ahead in the count. Puts himself in a 2-0 spot. Swings and misses at the next 2 pitches, but then lays off a couple good ones and gets himself a base runner. Now you do anything you can, right? You scratch and claw, and all of a sudden you got top of the lineup and your best hitters up with a chance where one swing can end the game, tie the ball game.
Brings Ryan Black to the plate. Senior's got 6 home runs and 19 driven in, 0 for 3 tonight. Pop up, a fly out, and a strikeout. Georgia just 2 for 13 with runners on base tonight. A fastball missed inside. Home crowd thought that Black had offered at it. 1-0. And now 2-0.
Come on, man. There's been strikes all night long. Let's go, Grandpa.
Now the question will be if Arkansas wants to go to the bullpen here in the 9th inning, or if McIlvain's got enough to close it out. Parker Coyle still loosening for Arkansas. Runner goes. Ball 3. And Branch now in scoring position. Thought it was ball 4. He's going to have to go back and get his bat. And that can't be a good feeling. You got to be careful.
Throw him out of the game.
Home plate
That's how I was going. He better be careful. Clearly not agreeing with the call. I think he's got the right to, because this ball is way off the plate. Mentioned Helfrich early on is one of the best framers in college baseball. Good call right here by Wes Johnson, Georgia's head coach. Just an offensive timeout. Get Black's mindset back into the game. And that's the part. Even though umpires do miss calls, and it's a tough situation because you could have 2 guys on and Phelps coming up, you still got to be able to move on.
How about McIlvain taking the opportunity to stay loose? Last time out, McIlvain picked up his 2nd save of the season with 2 shutout innings in a finale at Alabama. Back to it after the timeout, the 3-2 to Ryan Black. Pulled to the right side. We'll trade 90 feet for the out. As Branch moves to third. And Arkansas 1 out away from taking game 1.
Black visibly frustrated. I think he had a couple words for Jeff Head as he walked by or ran by into the dugout, slammed his helmet.
And so Trey Phelps trying to keep Georgia alive. He's got a 2-hit night. This is only the 5th time this season that this potent Georgia offense has been held to 3 runs or less. And he takes a strike over the inside third. 1-1. Georgia just 2 for 14 with runners on base tonight. and 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Phelps gives it a charge, right center field. Park will hold it, Rutenbar underneath it, and Arkansas takes game number 1 against Georgia, holding this powerful dog.
Oh my God! It's an Arkansas victory.
Love the start by the offense. The offense came ready to play. Coach Johnson mentioned that Volchko was a little amped. The offense made him pay. It was enough. 3 runs in the first. Great starting pitching. Hunter Deeds did his job, handed the ball off to the bullpen. Gackle, McIlvain finishes it off. Hogs got a big win. Start the series.
That is a season-high 6-game win streak for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Deeds the win, Volchko suffers the loss, and McIlvain picks up his 3rd.
Great job, fellas. 6 games in a row. Let's go. We will be back tomorrow for game 2. If there's no weather or nothing like that going on, I think it's at 6 o'clock. But we will bring you the first pitch to the last pitch, like always. But it's late, almost 10 o'clock. So from the Sarge, from YT, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the support, continued support. And y'all be safe. We'll see you tomorrow night and continue mission. Till the next one.
Later.
Way off in the distance.